To make her debut, and the transition will be complete. 27, 5'8", 155. There you see the reach advantage going the way of Brittany Elkin, and the leg reach identical at 41. But Elkin has what Kayla Harrison doesn't, and that is experience, guys. And we'll see how that plays out here in just a moment. But Kayla Harrison has seen it all in the world of judo, and now she's set to climb a new mountain as we send it into Joe Martinez for the official introductions.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in this special attraction in the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu practitioner standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in officially 155.5 pounds. She enters the cage tonight for the 8th time as a professional. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, here is Big Bird, Brittany Elkin. 55 pounds, and tonight she makes her professional debut. Here is the 2-time U.S. Judo Olympic gold medalist from Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. And your referee in charge of the action, Rob Metrica.
On the outside, guys, she looks calm, cool, and collected, but I can imagine her heart rate is probably up there.
Ready? Hey, you ready? Let's go!
So she went down to American Top Team. On the first day she was there, she got put in the ring with Amanda Nunes. And they went to war for a while. Amanda beat her up a bit. Amanda came to the clinch. Amanda came to the gym the next day and was asking, hey, asked Dan Lambert, hey, who's that girl who was here yesterday? She's a beast. she can live with, where's she gonna come down here? Yeah, she can live with me.
This is exactly where Kayla wants to be. Come in here, get her hands.
This
Nice
is not where
inside
she
trip.
wants to be.
Kayla Harris did a nice job. Pulled her off the fence, little quick inside trip, put Brittany right on her back.
Boss, what's the hardest thing for Kayla Harrison making the transition from judo to now MMA?
Well, there was no gi. That's the thing. Everything needs to be a little bit more tight. But you know, with her skills, it will be tight. And this, escaping the guard, because there's no submissions from the guard. Well, very hard.
Did a nice job getting across side, passing the feet of Brittany Elkin.
And that right there shows some experience in the gym, something that she's learned. She jumped into that half guard.
Doing a nice job of posturing up is Kayla Harris.
Does not look like punching's a problem for Kayla.
No, but did you look at her arms? They're bigger than mine.
Just raining down quick punches, efficient.
Kayla Harrison doing a nice job of using that left whizzer over Elkin's arm to keep her in position. Tee her up right there.
3.5 minutes to go.
Good job with that whizzer. Nice transition.
She's got Elkin's back here. This is not a good place for...
That's a gold medal backpack you don't want on your back. As Kayla Harrison taking control of this one, Brittany Elkin said, I've got to keep this fight standing.
Now, Elkins has won some pretty big jiu-jitsu tournaments herself. At the brown belt level.
Kayla doing a nice job of stretching Elkins out, trying to flatten her out, softening her up with some punches.
And Elkin said she would be comfortable in the grappling situations, but she's being dominated right now.
Brittany Elkin doing a good job staying calm.
She's got to keep that jaw pushing against the left shoulder so that Harrison can't get underneath, because that will be the end.
Harrison's looking for that choke.
Yep, she cannot put her chin up.
Elkin doing a nice job defending, protecting her neck, using that chin, not letting Kayla Harrison settle in.
We're halfway down, it's still on the ground.
And now she's gonna
see if
Kayla's
Harris is looking to transition to an armbar here. Watch the armbar transition coming here. She's going to step over the head and start to move to the armbar right here. Here, the arm trapped. Elkin showing some jiu-jitsu IQ here.
Yeah,
she's not following. Here's the roll, and here's the armbar attempt.
And judo girls
this is
very good at
where
pulling this
Kayla
off.
Harrison lives, right here. Nice job, calm, composed, working it. Here it is, there it is.
And it's over. Kayla Harrison, golden in her debut.
Beautiful technique.
I think that we've seen all day. I think she's been a little keyed up. She isolated herself a little bit right before the fight. Didn't want anybody in the locker room. Didn't want to kind of give anybody access. I think she had to get her coach and her mind right.
See Mike Brown there, the former WEC champion, in her corner. She surrounded herself with great people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Round number 1, submission by armbar for your winner in her professional debut, Kayla Harrison!
For this special feature bout, Harrison a few years younger but shorter. And look at the reach difference. Cotton has the 4.5-inch reach advantage. Could that make a difference for the striker? We now go back to the cage for the official introductions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go on again. Our special attraction tonight, 3 rounds this scheduled in the PFL lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a boxer standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in officially 155 1/4 pounds. She brings an outstanding professional record in 9 bouts, 8 victories, just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, here is the head buster, Jose And across the cage stands her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Her background, judo. At 5 feet 8 inches tall, she weighed in 155 3/4 pounds. As a professional, she is perfect in 1 bout, 1 victory, and no defeats. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here's the 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist representing the USA. Presenting Kayla Harrison! And your referee in charge of the action, Liam Kerrigan.
This should be interesting. You've got the #1 head buster in Josette Cotton taking on the golden girl in Kayla Harrison. And I love how Josette said 100%. I am not going to let her turn this into a judo match. Many people have said the same thing.
Yeah, she's got her hands full keeping this off the ground.
Josette Cotton's going to have to rely on her striking abilities. That is one area where she has the advantage over Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, there's something a boxer doesn't see often, is somebody trying to kick them. And that is very smart by Kayla Harrison.
I'm saying she did work with some judo practitioners to get ready for this fight.
She set it up with a jab.
Yeah. Good, nice. Take your time, take your time. Hands high. Relax, take your time, take your time. Everything starts with
champion Mike Brown there. And that's the voice that Kayla Harrison told me that she hears the most during the fight.
Josie, she's flat.
That's a good guy to listen to. He was an animal back in the day when he was fighting.
Push her back, Josie.
Tough.
Doing great.
Calm, swing.
Kick back by Josette.
Yeah, well, bottom of the foot.
Too many steps back, Josie.
Wow, hey.
I was going to say
Harrison with the
high kick. She told me like 6 months ago. This is really good for Kayla right now because this is what she wanted to do. She wanted to
Showing some other tools, exactly right. She's showing some other tools, showing she's been doing her homework, putting tools in the tool belt.
And against the first who's 8-1 with 4 knockouts, you know, she's taking a risk.
Kayla firing off a big overhand left. So this is the point in Kayla Harrison's first fight that it ended at 3:18 as she got her first professional victory over Brittany Elkin by way of submission. Now she finds herself going toe-to-toe with a striker in Josette Cotton.
I like her feints, I like her movement, upper body movement, the distance that she has.
Nice jab by Kayla, does a nice job setting that jab up and landing that jab.
But she has to watch out because Josette is looking down, and most of the time that means she's going to set you up with a headshot.
Cotton comes in with a right hand, finds the mark.
1-2, Josie, 1-1-2. Good shot.
Double jab, right, left straight. That's what the corner from Josette Cotton is calling for.
Cotton going with the body shot. Takes it a takedown.
That was a nice
Mercy shot quick.
Like this, at least you can pull over. Oh, nice knee to the body. Straight arm from this side. She always can do a 180, of course. But now she can.
2 minutes.
and it's probably going to step over to the left.
Not doing a great job doing head control on Harrison. Not letting her posture up.
Josette obviously has not spent a lot of time down here. She's not getting her legs into this fight much.
Turn towards me, Joe. Knee on belly. Josette, I need you to turn towards me. Knee on belly, you can stretch over your other knee. Turn towards me.
That is some side control by way of Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to come out. That's
Got
working the arm.
attempt or
an armbar or Americana. Sorry, yeah.
They're going to pull it away from the cage. Cotton using it to push off. Wow.
trying to
that's taking her back.
That's the problem.
So if you roll into her, you face her punches. If you lose the back, you possibly get choked out.
And I don't know if you look at the size of the arms from Kayla, they're bigger than mine. She can hit from a short distance with power.
She's going to posture up here and look to rain down some big shots.
Full mount. Kayla Harrison in control as we go under a minute to go in this one.
And here they come.
She's awfully high up against the cage. Cotton trying to defend
Nice
herself.
high mount. It's going to be very hard for Josette to buck her hips and get Kayla out of this position.
40 seconds.
She's got to find a way to survive, and she grabs around the neck of Kayla Harrison. That'll ebb the tide momentarily.
Here's the armbar. Well, fence prevented her from getting in full position.
Kayla now, grounded pound. Hammer fist, strikes coming. Cotton
There's the
trying to hold on, the arm goes
there
in.
it is. Watch that elbow. Josette doing a nice job trying to get her feet in the fight now and find a way out of this armbar attempt.
Final 10 seconds.
Oh, nice job.
And Cotton will see a second round versus Kayla Harrison. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I would have thought the fight was over right there.
I thought so
She found a way to get out.
So welcome to round 2, Kayla Harrison, in your professional career. Josette Cotton again, 8-1 with 4 knockouts. And again, she hits the ground. Kayla rushes in, and Cotton with a scramble. She goes to a closed guard.
Cotton said that everything comes easy to her. They teach her something, she said, I can do it. She's got real athletic abilities.
Nice little collar tie by Kayla and a foot sweep put Josette right on her backside.
Isolate the arm.
Kayla's got an arm
As soon
trapped.
as she strikes, grab the underarm.
Punch in the body. Arm trapped.
Good. Yeah. Hammer fist is good. Yeah, hammer fist. Nice. Hammer fist. Doing
Great head movement by Cotton on the ground.
Hammer.
A windshield wiper going back and
Doing
forth.
great.
And that's something you don't see a lot of people do from that position, is work the body.
And it works really well.
Kayla's really pounding on Josette's body.
But Josette from the bottom gave a few straight punches back.
Look at those ground strikes, guys. 42-2 in favor of Kayla Harrison, being very patient here.
She's not out of the game.
Kayla controlling that right arm of Cotton.
It shows you the grip strength to be able to hold that arm like that and pin it against your body.
What do you think about this point if Kayla decides, you know what, this isn't just scoring enough points, getting up, stand it back up?
Well, she should break the guard and go to side mount.
Kayla can run her knees up behind the thighs of Josette, stack her into the cage, create a little more posture and bring down much bigger straight shots. She got on her toes and drove her in, stacked her up there.
And boss, I'll give you the Rubik's Cube in this one. What does Josette need to do to solve this problem?
Well, I almost would say bear hug, you know, go underneath both arms, pull it tight on you, and keep that grip locked as tight as you can. So it's going to be a stalemate, right? It's going to put you back on the feet.
Yeah.
But it's very hard. She's such a powerful individual.
Here's the stack.
Harrison, 15 power punches have landed. How many people survive that in this round? Coming up on 2:15 to go. Here it is again, posturing up. Wow. Not necessarily connecting, but look at this. Glancing shots. Cotton doing a great job moving the head still.
Yeah, she's in the game. There's no quit in her. And we could see that with the interview, right? Yep. She's like a girl, you don't want to mess with her on the street, trust me.
That closed guard is kind of locking her in this position. She's got to either open her guard and use her feet to create space and create a scramble, or she's got to do what you say, Box, which is pull her in and hug her and hope the referees get bored with that position and stand her up.
Kayla needs to break that guard.
Let's go, Josie. I need you working on getting up. Push up on those hips.
Sneaks a little punch there. Now Kayla not liking that. She gets the full force. Leverage down, raining down heavy leather.
Jose, let's start opening up.
Last minute, round number 2.
Josette Cotton is finding a way to survive, and just an explosive pop.
An illegal kick to me.
I think so too, and now, but now it's also a mistake because she's in the side mount. And she should go fast now, Harrison, if she wants to go for a submission, but an armbar didn't work. She's pretty much right now, or she's going to go for a Kimura or a hammerlock to the other side.
No knees or
Might lock
kicks
her
to a
into
grounded opponent.
crucifix. She looked like she was trying to trap that arm and push it between her legs.
Yeah.
Trap her in the crucifix. Now she's trying to step over to the mount.
Oh, Kayla's, you know she's going to break now. Knees to the side.
There we go. Oh man, Josette is tough.
She's very tough.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Definitely a game fighter.
She's hilarious in the interview too, huh?
Final 10. So Kayla Harrison and Josette Cotton will see a third and final round here in Atlantic City. Here's a stat you're not going to like if you're pulling for Josette Cotton. Kayla Harrison has been in a dominant position, 258 of the fight, and has outlanded Cotton 64-8 in ground strikes. Third and final round.
Kayla's actually accounted well for herself on her feet. Her striking has been on point. Nice jabs, good head movement, good choices. The kicks were a nice surprise, even the high kick.
Kayla continues to
Nice double leg, beautiful double leg.
Moving to the side.
Punched her way into it, set it up, drove through Josette Cotton, and put her back on her backside.
There you go. Turn into her. Turn into her, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing if I was going to jump to the other side. I will break that grip.
Gotta watch your neck.
Yeah. Cotton thinking about trying to apply the guillotine.
Right to mount, right to mount. Push that knee, push that knee.
You can see the
Right to mount.
grappling here is Kayla
Straight to mount,
works
straight
her
to mount.
legs through.
Yeah, hips down, hips
Full
down.
mount position now. Oh, nice transition out the back door by Josette.
Back door is met with some hammer fists to the face.
Jackhammers.
Back to mount positions, Kayla Harris. Vined in on one side.
Joe, I need inside hand position. Inside hand position.
Double overhooks.
Again, slides out the back, and Kayla's there to greet her one more time, and now teeing off. It is all over. She is golden again. Josette Cotton gets into the third round with Kayla Harrison. We now have the official decision, and for that, we check in with Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes officially 1 minute, 24 seconds, round number 3. Referee Liam Kerrigan stops this bout. Your winner by TKO. She is still undefeated, Kayla Harrison!
So here we go as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Remember, the 155-pound division, the lightweight division, makes its way to the PFL for women next year. Kayla Harrison, 28 years of age, 5'8", weighed in at 155, same as Moriel Charneski. There you see the reach advantage going the way of Charneski, 70 inches to Kayla Harrison's 65'5", but as Boss pointed out, if Kayla gets her hands on you, it is trouble. The two-time Olympic gold medalist is very crafty and extremely strong. Right now, we've set it inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official introduction.
And on Fight Fans, we are set to go with this special event presented to you by United Lengths. 3 5-minute rounds, this scheduled in the PFL lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a wrestler standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 155 pounds. She enters the cage tonight for the 8th time as a professional. Hailing from Austin, Texas, here is the machine, Moriel Charneski. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. A judo artist standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed officially 155 1/4 pounds, and in 2 professional bouts stands perfect with 2 victories and no defeats. Here's the undefeated 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist from Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. And your referee in charge of the action is Kevin McDonald.
So a break from the men's competition, and we will get back to that with 3 more title belts on the line as Kayla Harrison gets back inside the cage for her 3rd professional fight as she steps away from the world of judo. And right off the bat, Charneski going with the striking, but she's going to take some heavy kicks and a nice judo toss right off the bat.
Nice headlock.
And that's,
wow.
What a bad position to be in.
Charneski thought her striking was better and that her top jiu-jitsu game was better, but that's definitely not where she's at right now.
She's found herself in a world of hurt with a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in the full mount.
She's looking for it.
Trying to minimize the damage. Moriel Charneski now in the red trunks on the bottom.
I would like to go to a higher mount if I was Kayla.
Look at Kayla binding in on those legs to keep her hips in position and not allow Moriel to hip over.
Oof. That is not a good place.
No, that is definitely not some
a
place.
lot of power. That's how she won the last time.
Look at this, Kayla's just sitting down and raining down heavy leather. This could end quickly if Moriel Charneski cannot find a way out of this.
Gotta watch out. She's definitely leaving her arms up there.
Yeah, there we go. She's grabbing it already.
This is about the point. If it was me down there, I'd be thinking, did I make the wrong career choice? This is not good.
Oh, Kayla's got her really tied up now.
My.
This is going to be a
no way to defend herself. She's got that arm pinned around.
Wow. Yeah, she doesn't want to go for a submission. She wants to start, or maybe she does.
Here we go.
She's got to jump to the other side.
Well, Kayla's IQ has increased dramatically since the first time we saw her fight. As you see her now trying to apply some jiu-jitsu moves, but good old-fashioned hammer fist in the mount will work just fine as well.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful.
So Charneski, is she gonna give up the back?
Almost got the reversal, but now she's gonna give up the back. Kayla did a nice job floating around her there, staying on top. Half Nelson.
And she might slide into the straight armbar from here again, as we saw her doing at the Olympics.
Stretch that arm out, Charneski.
Using that half, trying to turn Charneski back over to face-up position. It's a lot of pressure. Oh. Tell you what, Charneski is pretty fortunate to get out of that situation.
Right back to the judo toss.
Nice big throw.
Go to your base, and that's exactly what Kayla's done there. Moriel Charneski.
Full mount.
Oh,
she mounted all the way over the arm.
She can go to a triangle if she wants.
Topside triangle's there if she wants to try and take it. Charneski's going to get him up the back again and try and come out the back door.
We got the armbar.
There's the armbar attempt.
Is giving up the back door a better option, though?
Well, I mean,
rather than having Kayla mount you and pound you.
No, yeah, it's absolutely not the best option because she has 6 other options from there, but certainly better than laying there and getting punched in the face.
Yeah, Kayla repositions there. She was awfully high.
Stretched her out, did a nice job of using her hips.
And Charneski's just in a world of hurt. They're going to end this quickly if she can't defend herself.
Gotta find
And that is it. Kevin McDonald has seen enough. It is all over. Kayla Harrison remains the gold standard in the PFL in round number 1, and this is the beginning of the end. Garden. We take a look at Cageonomics. Not impressive numbers, but that's what happens when the fight ends as early as it did. For the official decision, we go into Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 3 minutes, 39 seconds, round number 1. Referee Kevin McDonald puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Kayla Harrison!
Congratulations, 3 wins, undefeated, and 3 finishes. I know you're your biggest critic. How would you rate your own performance there?
Gosh darn it. I'm trying not to be a judo player in a cage, but when you do something for 20 years, sometimes, you know, old habits are hard to break. You know, I wanted to come in, I wanted to work on my striking. I want to be a MMA fighter. You know, I want to be well-rounded. But a couple throws are all right, guys?
I think it was pretty good. You said you wanted to do it in the first round. You did it in the first round. Look, we've got a women's lightweight division in the PFL next season. You must be excited about that. You said there's nothing like actually getting in here and competing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no greater high in the world than stepping in the cage and trying to kick the crap out of somebody and have them do it back to you. And I'm honored that the PFL is starting a 155-pound division. You know, they've put their trust in me, and I've got strong shoulders. So, hey, guys, next year I'm going to be a millionaire. Woo!
Give it up for your winner, Kayla Harrison. Back to you, Todd.
Yeah. We take a look at our tail of the tape here. Kayla Harrison is 5 feet 8 inches tall. Both women weighed in at the limit of 156 pounds. The shorter Larissa Pacheco actually has a reach advantage, and she wants to stay standing here. Lillian Garcia will start us off inside of our PFL cage for our feature bout of the evening.
PFL fans, this is the final fight of the night. It is 3 rounds in the women's lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She specializes in Jiu-Jitsu, standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall with an official weigh-in of 156 pounds. In 13 professional bouts, she has a record of 11 victories and 2 defeats, with all 11 victories coming by stoppage, including 7 submissions. Fighting out of Marituba, Brazil, Larissa Pacheco! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall with an official weigh-in of 156 pounds. Undefeated in 3 professional fights with a record of 3 victories and 0 defeats. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, and representing the United States of America. Here is Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Brian Miner.
Brian Miner will keep order in this cage for our main event. Kayla Harrison in the silver and black, Larissa Pacheco of Brazil in the red trunks. Worth noting, Kayla Harrison, if she wants to get 6 points and be in first place, has to finish this fight inside of 2 minutes and 22 seconds to be better than the Canadian Sarah Kaufman. Big kick there to start things off by Harrison.
And Kayla looks comfortable in her stand-up. That kick was smooth, technically sound. Her feet are under her, she's moving well.
There's Kaufman watching the action here. Harrison the odds-on favorite, but as we talked about, Kaufman the most experienced woman in our field of lightweights.
Pacheco just landed a nice right hand from the outside. That's where she wants to keep this fight.
And she is a finisher. Only 24 years old. Took her first pro fight when she was 16. A lot of experience for someone that young.
He's got 11 knockouts, 7 submissions. Big overhand left by Kayla.
A kick first and then followed up with that overhand, and it closed the distance effectively. Now can she go to work with that judo, or will she stay standing here? We talked with Kayla about the need to get more cage time, and it's hard to learn while you're fighting in such high-level competition, especially against your most experienced opponent.
I think that's the best time to learn, especially when you have good teammates, like the level of teammates that she has. She's training with Amanda Nunes, you know, 2-division champion in the UFC. She's training, she has a coach in Mike Brown. She's at American Top Team. She's with a bunch of really good MMA fighters down there. I think she's learning a lot, and I think she can affect some of those techniques that she's learned there in this fight.
Pacheco trying to get off the fence there, and Kayla chased her all the way across the cage and put her on the fence on the other side.
Kayla
Not going to let her off the hook.
Kayla had the double underhook body lock, and instead of dumping her to the ground, gave it up. But now she completes that takedown.
This is what Pacheco did not want. Pacheco closed the distance when Kayla threw that high kick, and I thought that was a bad choice. You don't want to be tied up with a 2-time judo gold medalist.
Trying to reap that arm back into that crucifix position is Kayla Harrison.
Watch for the mount here.
What Pacheco needs to do is
open to be mounted.
Get that right arm free. She needs to bump her hip and pummel that right arm underneath Kayla's chest so that she can swim to the armpit.
There's the mount.
Kayla moves into the mount, and now that's not going to work anymore.
Nice job by Pacheco, elbow escape, gets back out of the full mount. North-south position by Kayla now.
I remember earlier we saw Sarah Kaufman in this position with Morgan Freya, but Freya wasn't able to escape the mounted position. It shows the experience that Pacheco has.
That grace period has passed. Even if Kayla finishes now, it'll only be good for second place so far in the lightweight standings. Good job regarding here, getting back at least to the half guard for Larissa Pacheco. Needs an underhook if she wants to get up off the bottom.
Kayla looks like Mike Brown when she's on top. Just like heavy, stays on you, doesn't give you a lot of space.
As you mentioned earlier, Mike Brown is in her corner for this fight, so I would imagine he's teaching her a lot of the tricks of the trade.
He's got a lot of them.
Got a face-up crucifix here. Pacheco taking some shots from that top position from Kayla Harrison. Kayla trying to step the mount again.
Pacheco's looking to get to that leg, I believe. She's trying to set up a leg lock. No, she's trying to get to the butterfly and get back to her feet.
Nice ground and pound there by Kayla Harrison. Hips in, rained down a couple of big heavy punches, and now she'll look to step to mount again. Settles for the half guard instead. "30 seconds left, and now Kayla trying to climb to the back of Larissa Pacheco. Can she get the arm in under the chin?
Pacheco doing a nice job of controlling Harrison's hands and making it difficult for her to climb into a full back mount position.
There it is again, an attempt for that neck. 10 seconds left. Can Larissa Pacheco hang on? We can't see the arm under the neck there. How tight is it?
I don't think she has it.
No solid anchor.
Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Eve Edwards back cage side for PFL Season 2. Kayla Harrison, the 2-time Olympic judo medalist, in the black and silver. Larissa Pacheco of Brazil in the red. You can see the Cageonomics numbers there at the bottom of your screen. Dominant first round for Kayla. There's an overhand left to try and close the distance. The Canadian Sarah Kaufman, currently #1 in our standings, and she will exit at least tonight #1 in the standings.
Pacheco needs to be first. She can't wait and let Kayla throw those shots.
She tried to step in with the right hand. Right to the back of Kayla Harrison goes Pacheco in a scramble.
This is the first time we've seen Kayla in trouble. In a bad position.
And a
Body triangle by Pacheco. Kayla doing a nice job fighting hands and protecting her neck.
Pacheco still all over here.
Now Pacheco's legs, I can't see from where we're sitting, but they're still locked.
Nice by Kayla.
Kayla reverses position. Big moment there. First time she's in trouble. Nice ground and pound here from the top. Gets right to work. That's important. Not to just be satisfied with the reversal of position.
Now will Pacheco be able to get back to her feet? That's my next.
Got to open her guard if she wants to get back to her feet. She can't lock herself into that bottom position. Got to get those feet on those hips, create some space, create a scramble, and do so without giving up her back.
So Larissa Pacheco throwing strikes from her back. Remember, no elbows at all in the PFL. So those hammer fists are about as good as it's going to get, and we have not seen people really score anything significant with those as of yet in PFL Season 1 or the early goings of Season 2.
Yeah, and you can't generate a lot of power from your back. I have been hit once from being in the top
triangle attempt. Pacheco's climbing up into triangle.
But Kayla's doing the right thing. She's sitting up.
She's postured up.
Postured up, her head's up. And that makes the hole that Pacheco's trying to close up on that choke much larger, and Kayla can breathe, relax. She's going to either punch her right arm back through or dip, dump her off to the side, and pass.
Nice pass there by Kayla Harrison, who now finds herself in side control. Larissa Pacheco needs that underhook and to block the legs as Kayla Harrison will look to improve her position, either stepping over to the mount, or we've seen her go north-south before.
And she does like that crucifix.
And we know Kayla Harrison is elite in the grappling arts as a judo gold medalist, two-time judo gold medalist, but actually 2 of her 3 wins, TKO knockout.
There she's trying to set up that face-up crucifix, step over that near arm of Pacheco and trap it with her legs. And Pacheco would effectively have no way to defend her face.
She'll attempt an Americana here from the top.
And she's also threatening that arm. But Pacheco recognized it, was able to get that elbow back. Pacheco really needs to get that far side underhook. That's the key to escaping this position.
She's about to get mounted again.
Once that mount happens, that underhook is gone.
Smart elbow escapes right away. That's Kayla in the half guard.
And that's when she still needs to go back to that underhook. I can't tell if Kayla's holding onto her wrist on the far side. No, she's not.
If you're tuning in on ESPN2, these small movements from Larissa Pacheco on the bottom that are preventing the mount, it's hugely significant because once Kayla gets to the mount, really, really difficult to negate any of her ground and pound or her top attacks. There's Sarah Kaufman in the locker room watching again.
And that's where Kayla got those 2 TKOs from the mount. So she's effective there. She's got a lot of power.
Here's Pacheco once again in the late part of the round, giving up her back in a desperate attempt to stand up.
Trying to scramble and get to her feet and just didn't get there quick enough before Kayla came down.
Back for round 3 in just a few moments.
Time.
Round 3 action underway here in the PFL cage. Women's lightweights, the presumed favorites in Season 2. Kayla Harrison versus Larissa Pacheco in the red.
In that round break, Mike Brown said to Kayla, left hand, head offline. and run the double. And I agree. I think she can fire that left hand, get right into position, and once she keeps her feet moving, she will finish that double.
That uppercut just missed for Larissa Pacheco, who still feels she's very much in this fight. Dominated in the first 2 rounds. She's going to need a finish here, but has done a great job of avoiding too much damage. She looks fresh. Kayla Harrison's done a lot of work on top and maybe emptying that gas tank a little bit. Remember, 3 fights so far in Kayla's career and an average cage time of only 6 minutes each. So she hasn't really been in this spot in the 3rd round very often.
No, she hasn't. This has been her truest, biggest test. She's been in control most of the time, but that's what Mike Brown was calling for. She looks like she's going to finish the single, and he was right. I mean, Mike Brown knows exactly what he's doing. I've trained a lot with Mike Brown. We did a lot of work together for a couple of his world titles. And man, the eyes that guy has for mixed martial arts, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Pass when you want. Pass when you want.
There he is inside the corner of Kayla Harrison.
Doing great, doing great.
And Randy, I got to feel like it's true desperation mode now for Larissa Pacheco, who knows she's down 2 rounds on the scorecards.
No, she has to make something spectacular happen in this round for sure. I think she's down 2 rounds, but she's done a great job. She's responded in every single position. Actually had Kayla Harrison's back for a moment. I mean, we've not seen Harrison in any trouble in any of her other fights, so she's had a good account of herself here for sure. She's just been out-positioned.
And in the grappling department, out-techniqued. And Kayla's just been in control. We saw Larissa get that back for just a few moments, but was not able to hold it. But every position that Kayla has, she's controlling, she's maintaining.
Slides her knee over to the mounts, and Larissa Pacheco rolls to her belly, thinks better of it, and gets caught kind of halfway in the middle. Which way will she go here to try and escape?
This is going to be a tough one with the cage right there. This is a great position. She's got good hooks in.
Pacheco's got to go all the way over to her left hip if she wants to get all the way out of here.
And she's got to punch that underhook. I don't understand why she's not punching that underhook from that half guard. The underhook, Pacheco should be punching that right arm under Kayla's left armpit. That's going to keep Kayla off balance. It's going to upset her hips by just driving on those shoulders and pulling her torso to Pacheco's left.
Nice shoulder pressure there from Kayla Harrison. Disrupt the breathing and make Larissa Pacheco address it as she tries to step over to mount. But again, the Brazilian stops the pass.
She's got to open up to stand up.
Inside of 2 minutes left, Larissa Pacheco needs to get back to the feet and make something happen, or at least get on top. Nice ground and pound here for Kayla Harrison. We've seen a couple of these exchanges, Randy, where she lands nicely.
She does. She picks her shots well. She's not flailing away. They're pretty straight. Coming down, finding the pockets, finding the holes.
Kayla should face smush her right now, stand up, and just drop big punches. And just disrupt her breathing with the face smush.
That's space right there.
Legs. Well, triangle again.
Triangle attack.
Got to be careful here.
But right away, Kayla
right up. Yep. Responded right away.
Very intelligent defense.
And now if Kayla turns her left shoulder forward and puts a little bit of pressure, she's going to pass.
Counting down toward 30 seconds remaining in this fight. And this triangle attempt might be Larissa Pacheco's only hope if she can advance it.
Kayla Good decides to go back inside rather than go around. She's gonna be satisfied with taking the 3 points. She doesn't have the time to finish.
Kayla Harrison takes the back to finish this fight. Back in a moment. Here's our Cageonomics for our final fight of the evening. 58 strikes landed, most of those on the ground for Kayla Harrison. and a couple of takedowns. Of course, that control proved to be the major difference here in this fight. Lillian makes the decision official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 30-25, 30-27, and 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison.
3 points for Kayla Harrison. Where does that put her in our women's lightweight standings? Sarah Kaufman still alone on top with 6 points. Kayla, Roberta, Bobby Joe, all with 3 for decision victories tonight. The top 4 will advance. Those are your top 4 right now. Caroline Pierce is inside with Kayla Harrison.
Kayla, look, I know from your body language, despite the win, that you're not very satisfied with that. Was Larissa the toughest test you've had yet?
No, absolutely. She's a game opponent. You know, she's got a lot of experience. And my hat's off to her because she's a tough lady.
Talk about that round 2 point when she had your back. Did you feel in trouble at any point? I mean, you remained calm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I train at the best, gym in the world, American Top Team. My coaches prepared me for everything, including being in bad positions. And, the key is just to stay calm and fight smart, and thankfully we drilled that a lot, so that's what I did.
Well, it's great to see you in here. Congratulations on the win. We know you'll be back next time as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kayla Harrison, back to you, Sean.
Will she have it up tonight? Here's our tail of the tape. Significant reach advantage for Morgan Fryer. Will she be able to implement that and keep the gold medal judoka off of her legs, hips away from her? You got to stay away from the tie-up. Lillian Garcia starts these women's lightweights off on ESPN2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final bout of the regular season in the women's lightweight division. Introducing first, corner. She specializes in Jiu-Jitsu, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 153 pounds. In 6 professional bouts, she has a record of 4 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is United States Army veteran, Morgan Mad Dog Fryer. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially at 156 pounds. With an undefeated record of 4-0, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Jasper Oliver.
Jasper Oliver's got the ref cam on. That minus 2,600 that Eve circled for us on the betting odds. That is the most significant betting advantage, the heaviest favorite we've had in Professional Fighters League Season 2. And I think by a significant stretch.
Very significant. I had to have somebody explain those things to me in the past. Minus 2,600 means you have to bet $2,600 on Kayla Harrison to win 100. That's how much she's the favorite.
Remember to keep in mind, if you're just tuning in, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. That's the magic number for Kayla Harrison to get a first-round finish if she wants the #1 seed in the women's lightweight playoffs. Morgan Fryer in the silver and Kayla Harrison in the red.
And Fryer circling on the outside because she wants Kayla to come to her and she wants to meet her with her fists.
Fryer already doing a little bit of what we said, trying to stay away, but Kayla closes the distance, grabs her, and dumps her to her back. And now she's on the back of Morgan Fryer, who looks to isolate an arm.
Let's tie up those hands. If those hands are free, they're going to go right up around his neck.
Punches raining down from Kayla Harrison. Harrison in season 1 had 3 first-round victories three easy victories, I should probably call them, clean victories in her first bout of the regular season this year. She faced the tough Larissa Pacheco, who's in our playoffs, and got a decision win. She was unsatisfied with it, and she rains down the power punches here and tries to put her hooks in.
Both hooks in now. Big trouble. Oh, Fryer cleared a hook. That was very, very, very slick. Stepped right out of that hook.
Fryer feels comfortable on the ground.
She may feel comfortable now. This is definitely not where she wanted to be with Kayla Harrison.
There's Sarah Kaufman, our current #1 seed, watching intently. Nice little friendly rivalry developing already between her and Kayla Harrison.
Well, this is Sarah Kaufman with a ton of experience, almost 30 fights in her career.
Kayla's in side control here on Morgan Fryer. Fryer holding on to the neck here, Eve. Is that keeping her stuck on bottom?
That's definitely keeping her stuck on bottom, but she's grabbing onto that neck because Kayla is so deep on that underhook on that side. She doesn't really have anything else that she can do with that right arm, with her left arm.
Kayla Harrison, that was the magic she needed to finish within 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So as soon as we hit 2:38, she can no longer secure the #1 overall seed.
Maybe she was being honest about not caring where she sits in the playoffs. Just wants to be in there.
She said she's here to win, and that's the most important thing.
She's bringing heat right now, for sure.
Heavy punches from the
big
top.
shots.
Clears the legs of Morgan Fryer. Big punches from the top for Kayla Harrison.
And that was classic. That was textbook. Throw the legs to the side to come back with a big punch.
To her credit, Morgan Fryer did a good job of scrambling and moving on the bottom to minimize some of the damage that could happen from punches like that. And the left hand goes back to work for Kayla Harrison.
And that's one thing that I do appreciate and like about Kayla Harrison. For someone so young in the sport of mixed martial arts, she's confident and comfortable throwing both hands with power. She's not fighting to get her dominant hand to be the big punching hand.
Close to that crucifix position that we've seen. Here's an Americana.
That's deep.
Oh, that's tight.
But Fryer's turning into it.
Fryer tapped. Too much for Morgan Fryer. Kayla Harrison with a first round finish. Here are our Cageonomics final fight stats for Kayla Harrison versus Morgan Fryer. The ground strikes, vicious ground and pound put on display there from Kayla Harrison, who landed, according to the Cageonomics, 28 out of 34. Pretty efficient performance for ground and pound.
Very proficient, obviously dominant in just about every aspect of this fight. And she definitely brought the heat when she got on top.
Lillian Garcia will make the first round stoppage official inside the PFL Smart Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 1 minute and 25 seconds into round #1. Submission by Kelock, earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division. Here is your winner, Kayla Harrison.
So what does that mean for our women's lightweight playoff standings? Well, it's not the standings anymore. Here is the bracket. Kayla Harrison at the 2 seed will take on Jenna Fabian, who secured 6 points for herself earlier tonight. And it'll be Sarah Kaufman from Canada taking on Larissa Pacheco out of Brazil. That's how it shakes out for the road to 1 million for these women's lightweights. The first ever major promotion women's lightweight belt and $1 million on the line. Kayla Harrison's inside the cage with the Golden Girl.
Thank you, Sean. Here with the Golden. The first thing I've got to ask you, because you're your biggest critic, are you happy with that one?
I could have kept it on the feet a little bit longer, and I wish that I had thrown a couple more strikes before going for the takedown, but I was relaxed, I was comfortable, I didn't have an adrenaline dump. I feel like I was pretty methodical, so B minus.
Okay, well that's not bad. Walk us through your handiwork. We're going to look at the replay. So you ultimately got the takedown, vicious ground and pound before forcing the tap.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, once I get the takedown, the goal is just do damage, be smart, stay in top position. If you see a submission, go for it, but be methodical until that point. And pretty much that was the game plan. That's what happened.
Well, you now fight in October in the playoffs against Jenna Fabian. I'm not sure if you saw her work this morning with her round 1 knockout. What do you make of that opponent for October?
I didn't get to see the fight yet. Actually, I really didn't this time. But I heard she won by TKO, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I think she's much more of a striker. I'm definitely much more of a grappler. So it'll be the age-old test, which one wins.
And it won't be yourself and Sarah meeting each other in this next round. And you said off camera then that we'll all be happy about that.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
It's not yourself and Sarah that'll be fighting in the next round. Hopefully we'll potentially see that one in the fight.
No, so everyone can be happy. Sarah and I are going to meet in the finals. It's going to be the PFL's dream. And I'm going to be a millionaire!
Woo! Kayla Harrison, back to you, Sean.
So the tail of the tape, it's a new opponent, but the disparity in height and reach is very similar. Bobby Joe DL is 6 feet tall. Kayla Harrison comes in at 5'8". 4-inch reach advantage for Bobby Joe DL. Interestingly enough, Kayla Harrison measured out with a leg reach advantage. I don't know how that works when you got a 6 foot tall Bobby Joe DL. Lillian Garcia gets our second women's lightweight semifinal started inside the cage.
That's right, we continue with the second semifinal in the women's lightweight division. And this is brought to you by SeatGeek, where you can score your best deals on tickets. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Her background is in kickboxing, standing at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. In 6 professional bouts, she has a record of 5 victories and 1 defeat with 3 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, here is Bobby Joe DL. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 5-0 with 4 wins by stoppage. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio. Here is Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson, the 3rd man in the cage. And how about that guy? Showtime right outside the cage. Anthony Showtime Pettis. We saw Mike Tyson earlier. I saw Gray Maynard earlier.
Yep.
Nikita Krylov, Showtime. It's a party. Touch of the gloves here in women's lightweight semifinal action. Kayla Harrison in the red, Bobby Joe DL in the black and gray.
Now, Bobby Joe said that she let Larissa Pacheco take her out of her game when she got taken down. She made a mistake, she had a mental lapse, and that took her out of her game. Let's see if Kayla gets one of these takedowns and Bobby Joe can stay focused.
Double underhooks for Kayla Harrison. Bobby Joe DL back against the cage here. It is a different animal, even in grappling exchanges, dealing with someone who's this much taller.
It absolutely is. There's a lot of leverage in those long levers. A lot of things you can do to someone that's your size are out the window. They're hard to do.
But you've got to imagine, at the weight class that Kayla competed in judo, she definitely had to have competed against some women that had some height on her.
No doubt about that.
She gets the trip and gets Bobby Joe DL to her back. And now this is her world. Kayla Harrison inside control on top of Bobby Joe DL. In the fighter meetings, in our interview with Kayla Harrison, she said, I sometimes just have to remember, I'm the best female grappler in the world. We'll see if she puts that on display here.
Immediately advancing her position, climbing to better and better position as she goes here.
Doing a good job of controlling that right leg of Bobby Joe DL. DL making her work to keep her on the ground.
That's it. We're okay. Yeah, cover up. Duck your chin.
Back to her feet is Bobby Joe DL. Kayla Harrison attempts a knee. Nice work by Bobby Joe DL to get back to her feet.
What Bobby Joe needs to do is take that left hand and punch that inside so that she can start to jack Kayla back up. Because Kayla beneath her, even though she's a taller woman, Kayla's going to be able to use those hips and throw some of that judo into the game. And that's going to put a lot of salt in the mix.
Harrison still working with double underhooks here against the cage. Bobby Joe DL trying to soften up that body lock with some strikes.
You're doing well, Bobby. You're doing well. Good girl.
Trip by Kayla Harrison. Lands once again inside control.
Get those elbows in. Get those elbows in. Good girl.
DL's corner, you can hear them coaching, telling her to keep the elbows in. Ground and pound from Kayla Harrison.
They don't want Kayla to isolate one of those arms. She'll make a transition around that isolated arm and go for submission.
It's all right. That's it. Be calm. When she moves, you move.
Posting the forearm on the neck there is Bobby Joe DL on her back. There's Ray Cooper III. Remember, for the men's welterweights, it's fight twice, win twice. Ray Cooper potentially staring at a rematch from last year's final.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Elbows in. Protect yourself. It's all right.
More heavy right hands from the top by Kayla Harrison. Steps over to the mount. Bobby Joe DL finds herself underneath. Heavy ground and pound from Kayla Harrison on top.
Bobby Joe's got to get Kayla down on her hips.
There's the armbar. Here comes a belly down armbar attempt. Bobby Joe DL flips over. Thumbing out, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison. First round armbar submission. Here's our Smart Cage Cageonomics numbers. Kayla Harrison, 2 takedowns. Bobby Joe DL did a great job working herself back to her feet, but ended up on the ground one more time with an arm out there by itself, and Kayla Harrison darn near ripped it off.
Well, Kayla methodically moved to better and better position until there was really no other option. She made a beautiful transition to that armbar and secured that. She was on that like a rat on a Cheeto.
Lillian Garcia has our official decision inside the PFL cage.
Comes officially at 3 minutes and 32 seconds into round number 1. Submission by armbar, and advancing to the 2019 PFL World Championship in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison.
First round submission victory for Kayla Harrison, securing herself a spot in our championship on New Year's Eve, December 31st, Madison Square Garden. It'll be a rematch from the regular season, Kayla Harrison and the young Brazilian Larissa Pacheco. Caroline Pierce has our winner inside the cage.
I do indeed. Kayla Harrison just put on her PFL Championship t-shirt. You are going to get to fight for $1 million. How does that feel?
Well, you know, the goal is always to be the best. $1 million is great, but ultimately I want to be world champion, so that's what I care about. I just want to take a second, and I want to dedicate this fight to my judo teammate, Jack Hatton. He recently passed away, and October is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. So if anyone is struggling, or you know someone who's, please reach out, because there is help there if you want to take it. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help.
Thank you, Kayla. Lovely words. And we're sorry for your loss. Talking about your performance tonight, you said you were going to use your judo more. You did. You got the trips. You got it. Was it more challenging doing so with someone of the stature of Bobby Joe? And then talk us through the finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Bobby Joe's a great competitor. She's very physically strong. I was surprised by how hard it was to take her down. A lot of the guys are easier to take down than that. And then the finish, you know, we're working on being slow, methodical, controlled. She was able to get back up once. So I realized I had to do a better job of trying to keep my position on the mat. And finally, I was able to get to mount, and once I started raining down the heavy punches, I saw the arm and I took it.
You did indeed. This sets up a rematch now with Larissa Pacheco. You fought one another. You got the decision win in the first round of the regular season, but this was a win you were the least happy with, to say the least. So what do you do differently this time?
Well, first of all, this time I'm going to have a lot longer to prepare for it. Last time it was a really last-minute opponent change. So we're going to be able to study more film, practice a lot more, and ultimately just go out there and instill my will.
Well, we will see you on New Year's Eve in New York City. Kayla Harrison.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Caroline. The number 2 seed advances to face the number 4 seed in the women's lightweight playoff bracket. It'll be Kayla Harrison and Larissa Pacheco, already decked out in championship garb. New York City, New Year's Eve, $1 million on the line. If only I knew what that was like, Randy.
Yeah.
Women's MMA history will be made here tonight at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Here's our cage muscle tail of the tape. For Kayla Harrison, the 2 seed, Larissa Pacheco, 69-inch reach gives her a 3-inch advantage in the punching exchanges, and I believe that's what she wants to do in this fight, is keep it standing, because a grappling exchange with a 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, probably not the best idea.
Absolutely correct.
Lillian Garcia gets our final title bout of the evening started.
Fight fans, this is the final championship fight of the night, and it is a history-making bout in the women's lightweight division. This is presented to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, she is a Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, standing at 5 feet 6, weighing in officially at 154 pounds. In 16 professional fights, she has a record of 13 victories and 3 defeats, with 12 wins by stoppage. She is the number 4 seed, fighting out of Marituba, Brazil. Here is Larissa Pacheco. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially at 155 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 6-0 and is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Here is the number 2 seed, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
There's Kayla's mom here. Drove out from Ohio to watch her daughter fight for the World Championship in the Professional Fighters League.
Mike Beltran will monitor the action in our 6th and final title bout. Women's 155-pound history to be made here. Don't forget, Bad Boys for Life, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, January 17th in theaters. And our final title bout underway. Kayla Harrison in the red, Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. USA versus Brazil.
Harrison in the southpaw stance.
Pacheco tests out a right hand. That was very successful for her against the smaller Sarah Kaufman in her semifinal bout. Can she find a home for the right hand against Kayla Harrison?
And that is the appropriate tool against the southpaw. Keep throwing that straight right down the middle.
So a clash of the heads there. Maybe a bit of an eye poke there. No stoppage though. Kayla Harrison shakes it off. Throws up a front kick. Body kick caught. And Kayla Harrison presses Larissa Pacheco up against the cage. Pacheco initially framing out the head there of Kayla Harrison, but now a body lock for the 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist. He goes to work with some knees to the legs.
Inside trip, nice inside trip.
Pacheco closes the guard. Content perhaps to just try and control the posture of Kayla Harrison and force a stand-up. Harrison walks through to the cage, starts to set up a little ground and pound. And that's one thing that we've seen very impressive skill set development from Kayla Harrison. It's hard to work effectively from the guard, as we've seen. Man, she postures up and throws punches from the top like that.
And she is very, very strong, very powerful.
Very explosive in these short windows. Larissa Pacheco attempting to negate the offense of Kayla Harrison from the top. Once again, locking her hands around the body of the American. Harrison passes all the way to side control.
There's Harrison's corner.
Take your time. Knee on belly, knee on belly. Yes, yes. Keep touching, keep touching. Yeah. Yes, good. Yeah, good, good. She's good going to the mountain. Gonna pressure her. Good.
See Mike Brown and some of the crew there from American top team. Kayla Harrison's camp.
Knee through.
Larissa Pacheco
Shoulder pressure.
was able to get at least one half guard back.
Hammer fist.
Pacheco's got that underhook now. She can start circling towards that underhook, trying to find some elevation. Get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Big left hands from the top here for Kayla Harrison. Pacheco able to grab the arm, slow down the onslaught. Pacheco attempts to dive in, grab a single leg as a manner of escape.
Pacheco goes to quarters, almost gives up her back. The fence saved her from giving up her back there. Nice little scramble here for Pacheco. She's trying to work to get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Her left arm is what stopped her. She needed an underhook on Kayla to maybe sneak underneath and out the back door, but Harrison grabs her own underhook and controls the posture of Larissa Pacheco. 30 seconds coming up on 30 seconds left here in round number one. The first ever women's lightweight title bout. $1 million and a belt on the line as Kayla Harrison passes to mount with 20 seconds remaining.
Harrison hips down, low mount, vinding in. Now she's climbing to high mount. This is going to get worse and worse for Pacheco. She's got to find a way out.
Pacheco hammer fist from the bottom.
A little bit of an armbar attempt, it looked like, by Harrison.
Back to her feet as Larissa Pacheco as the round closes out. And right back into the fray. The end of round one here. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, cage side. Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison undefeated still in the red. Successful first round for Kayla Harrison, Randy.
Absolutely. Pacheco landed a couple good shots. Harrison followed through, ran her to the fence, was able to get to the clinch. Inside trip was beautiful, and then very dominant and controlling from the top position.
Nice left hand landed there for Larissa Pacheco. Kayla Harrison,
double leg.
Big double leg shot. Drives through and forces Larissa Pacheco to her back once again. Kayla Harrison pressing the Brazilian up against the cage right in front of our broadcast position. Back to work Kayla Harrison goes on top, trying to extricate her leg from the guard of Larissa Pacheco. There's her mom, Jeannie. Had a health scare immediately after Thanksgiving. Been in rehab and recovery for a brain aneurysm. The goal was to be healthy enough to get here tonight. And as Kayla told us pre-fight, in their family, a goal set is a goal met. So her mom was able to make it tonight to watch her daughter in the attempt to win a championship, the first ever at women's 155, as Kayla goes to the full mount on Larissa Pacheco with a lot of time left here in round two.
This has been a dominant performance by Kayla Harrison. This is a completely different Kayla. As she alluded to in her pre-fight interview, this is a much, much improved, much better Kayla Harrison.
perhaps to set up an armbar attempt here.
Timeout,
Against the
timeout now. Pacheco knows what she wants to do. She's doing her best to counter it. Nice scramble by Pacheco.
Back to her feet, Larissa Pacheco not out of trouble all the way yet. Kayla Harrison hanging heavy. Drags Pacheco down to the mat. Goes to the referee's position.
Hand control by Kayla Harrison. Keeping Pacheco in this position. Not allowing her to get hand control and find a way to her feet. Got one hook in. Fence preventing her from securing that other anchor on the other side. Pacheco with some hand control. A wrist ride, far side wrist ride by Kayla Harrison.
So far, Kayla Harrison definitively in control of this fight, but this is where Larissa Pacheco's experience in the cage is paying off. You can see even with Kayla riding her, putting the leg in here for a hook. She's going 2-on-1 on the arm, trying to control posture, not panicking, remaining calm under pressure here.
Look at our fight tracker here. You can see that 86% of this fight has been taking place right here on the cage, and that's predominantly because of Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison now takes the back of Larissa Pacheco. Trouble brewing here for the Brazilian with 90 seconds remaining here in round number 2.
A little turnabout is fair play in the first fight. Larissa had Kayla in this position.
To the mount goes Kayla Harrison as Larissa Pacheco tries to scramble out. She's able to recover a half guard here. I know our friend Eve Edwards is screaming for underhooks in his hospital bed.
With his hoarse voice.
You got to get that far side underhook if you're Larissa Pacheco. She has to shoot her right arm through if she wants to control the body and, more importantly, get Kayla Harrison's weight off of her. Once again to the full mount, Kayla Harrison.
How about the patience of Kayla Harrison? She's not in a hurry here. She's got great position. She just continues to move, and improve that and find ways to damage and hope to find a way to put Larissa Pacheco out of this fight.
And there's some of that heavy ground and pound. It's not necessarily a lot of volume from the top from Kayla Harrison, but she chooses her shots well. She's explosive in these tiny, tiny windows. Little 6, 8, 12-inch punches that pack a lot of heat behind them. It's rare to have that power on the ground. "15 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Larissa Pacheco once again spins around underneath the heavy pressure of Kayla Harrison. More ground and pound. Most of it blocks. Rounds down. Welcome back to 2019 PFL Championships. Our final belt being contested inside the PFL Smart Cage now. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here to observe and talk about the first ever women's lightweight championship. Larissa Pacheco representing Brazil in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judo gold medalist, in the red. Kayla Harrison, Randy, has spent 50 minutes of mixed martial arts time in the cage in her career. 25 of those minutes have now been against Larissa Pacheco.
Wow, oh, there's the double again. She threw the right and then followed through right to the legs. Body lock, oh.
Pacheco able to counter the takedown attempt and end up on top, at least for now. Go three-quarter Nelson up here on top. Forcing the head of Kayla Harrison down.
Oh, big knee from that three-quarters as Harrison came up. Pacheco threw that big knee.
Brute strength on display there from Kayla Harrison. Not easy when your head is being forced into the mat to force your body weight and the body weight of an opponent all the way back to a standing position.
That is a ton of leverage from that three-quarter, and so to rear up with that yoke on your back is that's power.
Well, Kayla Harrison, we know she's a special athlete, not only from a physical standpoint, but her mentality just the ability to grind through what it takes to become an Olympic champion, not once but twice. Can Larissa Pacheco find a way to counter that in this title bout? Up and down, and once again, Kayla Harrison on top in the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Brazilian closes her guard. Just over 3 minutes left in round number 3. Possible 5 in this 6th out of 6 championship bouts, PFL 2019 season. Randy, what does Kayla Harrison need to do to posture up and really put some heat on those strikes from the top?
I think clear her hands, get her head up, bring her hips in, and saddle like she's riding a horse. Saddle those legs of Larissa Pacheco. And then she can keep her head up and pick her shots. The fence is her friend right here. There's no angles for Larissa to escape out of. As long as she keeps her head down there in that nose-to-nose position, it's going to be hard to do a lot of damage.
Pacheco trying to climb to a higher guard. There Kayla Harrison goes to that posture you're talking about, gets her feet instead of her knees.
There's her head.
Big left hand comes down, just misses there. Nice avoidance by Larissa Pacheco. Not a lot of room to move underneath. Inside the corner of Larissa Pacheco.
Don't let her gain the half guard. I need you to gain the side control. You need to gain the side control on this side, on the left side. Yep, that's it. Now get up.
Well, that left arm is the leverage point for Larissa Pacheco, as you heard her corner say. That's the underhook she needs. Got to turn to her right hip and try and get Kayla's weight off of her. Easier said than done. Nice left hand from the top there from Kayla Harrison. Hammer fist from the bottom there for Larissa Pacheco.
She's staying active from the bottom. She's making Kayla work for it for sure. I like to see her open her guard, start using those feet to create some scrambles. Those scrambles are going to be her way out off of the bottom.
Striking with both shoulder blades on the ground on your back, it's just impossible to generate enough power in most circumstances.
You can distract somebody and irritate them, but you're not really going to hurt them. And again, I think with that closed guard, opened it for a second, and then went right back to that closed guard.
Two more right hands there. Kayla Harrison.
35 seconds, and we're going to be in championship territory in this fight. I'm really anxious to see how these two operate in the 4th and the 5th round.
Larissa Pacheco calling for Kayla Harrison to come down into her guard. We've seen that movie so far.
Yes, we have. I think the up kick was what she was looking for. She wanted to come in and try to catch her coming in.
10 seconds remaining here in round number 3. Larissa Pacheco once again on her back. Round 4 next. Three rounds down, potentially 2 more to go in the first ever women's lightweight title bout here in Professional Fighters League. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture. 6 title bouts tonight. 5 of those have been already decided. $5 million checks have been distributed. The winner of this will take another one home and a belt to go with it. Larissa Pacheco representing Marituba, Brazil. Probably looking at a situation where she needs a finish, maybe down three rounds on the judges' scorecard.
I agree 100%. I don't see any way that it's not 3 rounds to 0 right now for Kayla Harrison. The takedowns have been dominating
nice
the position
right
and the scrambles. She's just dominated every single aspect of this fight.
Pacheco appears to have landed a right hand there, but you gotta follow it up. Combinations are going to be the only answer here.
Both of them moving very, very well. Neither one of them seem to be having any trouble with their conditioning or fatigue. Big left hand by Kayla. That just missed.
One thing that we've been waiting to see all year is, does Kayla get comfortable with her striking? Does she plant her feet and throw some big combinations? This might not be the time to do it with 3 rounds in the bag in a title bout, but she's moving her head.
There was that left hand again, and Larissa was able to counter off of it.
And Larissa Pacheco earned her spot in this final. She did it via upset over Sarah Coffin, who is the #1 seed in our regular season, and she did it with good movements, long strikes, a formidable right hand. If she can implement that against Kayla Harrison, we really don't know how Kayla handles striking damage, and we might not find out right now.
Beautiful setup to that double leg, travels, stays on her feet, keeps her feet moving, and runs her all the way through to the base of the cage. That was picture perfect.
Pacheco reaches over, tries to grab that Kimura. She'll try and isolate that arm, pull it out. Kayla Harrison defending properly, tucking the arm in, grabbing her inner thigh. Very, very tough submission to secure with someone as physically strong as Kayla Harrison. Back to the grind against the cage we go. Kayla throwing left hands from the top.
Kayla with Larissa's back. She has no anchor yet, but she's definitely secured the back position. That fence is working for her. She's keeping that pressure, keeping Pacheco pinned against that fence. And she sucks her back, trying to get an anchor in. There's one anchor. Pacheco's going to turn. Keep her from getting that other anchor in on that far hip, that bottom hip.
Pacheco had the necessary underhook for a moment there, but Kayla Harrison wisely extricates her arm, regains control from the top position. Larissa Pacheco flat on her back once again, and you just can't make anything happen from here, Randy.
Very tough to do anything effective. She's got to create scrambles and find a way out from underneath Kayla Harrison, and that's no easy task.
You can make a legitimate case that Kayla Harrison is the best grappling sports athlete in the history of American sport. No judoka has ever won 2 Olympic gold medals before her. Now she's an undefeated mixed martial artist. Several submissions already under her belt.
That's male or female in this country. And she's really starting to chain wrestle and put things together and make nice transitions. There's Kayla's mother watching her daughter make history. The most impressive thing is how far Kayla's come in just 7 fights. And this is her 7th fight. Yeah. And look at the transition she's making. Look at all the different things that she's learning and adding. The tools that she's putting in that tool belt. And she's just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher and harder for these girls to deal with.
30 seconds left in round number 4. Larissa Pacheco running out of time to try and rally and get a finish over Kayla Harrison. The same, I suppose, could be said of Kayla Harrison. Nice sweep attempt there on that kick from the bottom for Larissa Pacheco. Back to her feet, she scrambled. Able to compromise the balance there of Harrison.
That surprised Kayla, but it just surprised me. I didn't see that one coming. She just shin kicked that foot right out of there.
4 rounds down, 1 more to go. Harrison back to her corner. Larissa Pacheco will stay where she's at as we finish the round very near to her corner. Walk me through this replay, Randy.
Beautiful double. She moves in and out. She waits for Larissa to stick her hand out like she's going to throw a jab or that right hand, and she just travels right under it, turns the corner, flares her legs out, and drills her into the bottom of that fence.
You're missing just by an inch. That'll be there. But we don't do it twice in a row. We'll throw it once, then we're going to shoot after it. All right? But start with a feint. Feint, deep step. Right? Yeah. Take your time. Be patient. One more round. It's all yours. You're doing great. Gotcha. Doing great.
Mike Brown there in the corner of Kayla Harrison, who is a round away from making women's mixed martial arts history. This is the first ever women's title bout at 155 pounds. The first ever women's title bout with $1 million on the line. And our 6th $1 million title bout of the evening, Randy. It's the biggest night in MMA.
It sure is.
Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here cage side for 5 more minutes potentially.
Not even an inkling of weariness or fatigue in Kayla Harrison. Well, this is showing a little wear from the time she spent on the bottom in 4 rounds of this fight now.
You can see the strike disparity there on the bottom. 104 strikes have landed for Kayla Harrison. Only 10 so far for Pacheco. Unable to get offense off because of the excellent wrestling, the timing, the entries of those Kayla Harrison takedowns.
There's another one coming too. You can see her setting it up. The head fake is there. She's going to wait for Larissa to extend one of those hands, and she's coming right under it.
Mike Brown called for a feint, left hand, and then a shot. So watch for that combination to come out of the corner. One thing we know about Kayla Harrison, she absorbs coaching very well. Left hand from Harrison, right hand from Pacheco. Neither landing with much force. Pacheco attempts that front kick. We've seen both women try that one in this fight. Scary proposition, lifting one leg off the ground against the grappler of the caliber of Kayla Harrison.
Moves her head, her footwork is great. She's making Larissa Pacheco chase her around a little bit. That's going to lead her right into that double. There it is. Nice change. Nice job by Larissa. Change the angle of her hips.
Encouraging to avoid one of those takedown attempts.
Oh, good.
Can you build momentum? Nice 1-2 there from Larissa Pacheco. Does she get more aggressive in the striking here in the 5th and final round? Pacheco now striding forward. We saw that earlier tonight.
Nice sprawl by Pacheco. Kayla didn't set it up as well as she should have.
Pacheco on a front choke here.
Nice hand control by Kayla.
A 10-finger guillotine attempt there maybe for Larissa Pacheco, defended properly by Kayla Harrison. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this title bout. Pacheco still doggedly hanging on the neck of Kayla.
There's a cow catcher. She was trying to tip her over and put her on her back. Kayla gets out.
Kayla throws a left high kick to try on the exit, maybe deter more of that striking from Larissa Pacheco. Inside of 2 minutes now. Left hand from Kayla Harrison turning it up here.
Pacheco's pressing now, and she feels the urgency. Minute 45 left in this fight, and she's got to have a finish.
She wants it, she's gonna have to throw.
Nice head toss.
Down goes Larissa Pacheco, Kayla Harrison on top.
A master in judo right there.
She wanted to finish in this fight. She has 90 seconds left to get it.
Fighting a girl that has almost three times as many fights as her, and she's just been methodical and just unwound her and picked her apart in every situation.
Inside of 1 minute now, Pacheco running out of time to try and make a miracle happen. Kayla Harrison continuing her dominant run in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Kayla's gonna need to mount.
All the way to mount for Kayla Harrison. 40 seconds left. Left hand raining down.
Try and climb up to a high mount now. She's a low mount. She's working her way up the high mount. Look for the isolated arm. You can see it coming. Pacheco knows. She's very, very good at keeping those arms out of the way of those hips.
Great job there to defend by Pacheco, but it's been defense the whole fight for Larissa. Nice.
There's an anchor. There's Reardon. She got it back completely now. Oh, she lost her hook.
10 seconds left. There's the clapper. Kayla Harrison looks to improve to 7-0 in mixed martial arts and claim the first ever women's 155-pound championship.
There is history in the making right there.
You just watched history, ladies and gentlemen. Kayla Harrison continues her streak of excellence from the Olympics in judo to the cage here in the PFL, still undefeated. We'll have an official judge's decision, a belt presentation, and one last $1 million check when we return on ESPN2. Title bouts in the biggest night in MMA in the books. There's our Cageonomics final fight stats for the Women's Lightweight Championship. Impressive performance once again from Kayla Harrison. 107 ground strikes landed, and of course, those 5 takedowns. Nice left hand there from Kayla. Attempts the left high kick as well. Changes levels, drives through, and once again plants Larissa Pacheco for a takedown. Nice body shot, generating power over those short distances. Very difficult to do. Here's another takedown. Randy talked about how she flares the legs. Virtually undefendable, because even a good sprawl, if you end up lateral, isn't going to do you much good. Larissa Pacheco there hyperextends the leg of Kayla Harrison a little bit, knocks her off balance. Here's the big head and arm throw from the judo Olympic gold medalist. Larissa Pacheco planted on her back in every round of this championship fight. Lillian Garcia announces history inside the PFL Smart Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 50-43, 50-45, and 50-45, all for the winner by unanimous decision. Your newest millionaire and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight Division Champion of the world, Kayla Harrison!
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the belt presented by heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. And the $1 million check presented by PFL CEO, Pete Murray.
Oh my God, Mike Tyson's giving me my belt. Oh my God. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Kayla.
Randy.
Great fight, amazing job. The double legs were spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
Was that the game plan going in?
Yeah, you know, be smart, pick my shots, be patient on my feet. We know Larissa's tough. We know she's really good pretty much everywhere, but I'm better at grappling, I would say, and just had to watch out for that big right hand, which she caught me with a couple of times. I rolled my ankle or something in the second round, so that was a little bit of a setback, but that was the game plan. Patient, patient takedown.
Awesome. You want to say something to your mom?
Mama, I love you. We're millionaires.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lightweight champion of the world for the first time in mixed martial arts, Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison adds PFL gold to her Olympic gold. It doesn't get much better than that. Dominant run through season 2 in the PFL. Kayla Harrison remains undefeated inside of the Smart Cage.
You look like you should be at the fish conference.
The promotional newcomer, Kayla Harrison, 3 years the elder of veteran Courtney King, 30-27. It is King that stands 1 inch taller. King will also have a 5-inch reach advantage. For our official introductions of this main event, here's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live on UFC Fight Pass from Fight Church here in Kansas City, Kansas, this is the main event of the evening. 3 rounds of action this scheduled in the Invicta FC Featherweight Division. Sanctioned by the Kansas Athletic Commission, the Executive Director in attendance, Adam Rohrbach. The 3 judges scoring at cage side, Kevin Champion, Greg DeVilbiss, and Stephen Graham. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Marcio La Selva. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. Fight fans watching live, let the world know you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a judo practitioner standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 146 pounds. This professional holds a record standing at 7 victories and no defeats. She is a 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, the reigning PFL lightweight world champion, and tonight, making her Invicta FC featherweight debut from Coconut Creek, Florida, USA, here is the undefeated Kayla Harrison! And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. She weighed in officially 145 1/4 pounds and in 5 professional bouts, holds a record of 4 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Fort Collins, Colorado, here is Courtney the Lion King! Once again, your referee, Marcio La Selva, with the final instruction.
Ladies, we went over the rules early today. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all the time. Protect yourself all the time. If you want to shake hands, do it now. On my command, come back swinging.
Marcio La Selva getting the main event assignment, featherweights inside the Invicta FC octagon. It is 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist Kayla Harrison taking on Invicta FC veteran Courtney King. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Laura Sanko inside Fight Church here tonight in Kansas City, Kansas. Harrison in the red, King in the black.
Know it. Step in.
I'm surprised to see Courtney sort of closing distance already.
Play on that, as long as you want, play on that. There you go.
And one thing Courtney has had going for her to striking is she does an unorthodox same side triple, double, triple strikes, which can kind of, it can make for a chaotic environment and make it hard for the opponent to trap her.
Nice kick to the body, finds a home for Harrison.
Take that lead leg out, tap on bang.
Tommy Sohold checking in on Twitter. He's always here on the Invicta FC Fight Night.
And if you keep an eye on the outside leg of Harrison's right leg, Courtney's left, and you watch who's trying to kind of outpace each other, outstep each other there, that's going to show us where most of the power shots can be effective in these exchanges.
Kayla Harrison has some very powerful kicks too, and from this open stance, and that body kick is just going to be money for her.
Get in on touch. Good. Take it off.
Making an attempt there early by Harrison. King able to stay on her feet, but now in the clinch.
Sometimes those small victories early on, though, are so important when you're fighting someone who's just, again, has that aura of, oh, she can take down anybody. That small victory of her not getting that takedown immediately, that's great for Courtney King.
It really is great, and it's just like you said, those small victories kind of can have her mount her own offense like that, or it can help her have some more confidence in herself when mounting an offense. I like the way Harrison changed that takedown attempt into a strike.
Harrison chooses to disengage, go back to space. Interesting tactic here. When you look at Kayla Harrison, you mentioned the world-class elite-level judo background. I mean, Courtney King really can't even bring in anyone that can match that technique to get ready. And there's a beautiful throw down there by Kayla Harrison. Nice right hand as she enters the guard here of King.
And one of the things I really admire about Harrison's game is the way she is incorporating massive ground and pound, like you can see there, from
and
top
there's
positions.
some blood. Cut open here is Courtney King.
That's a big cut.
You can see Courtney King scrambling to break the posture and also track the arm. That's going to be hard to do when somebody has their hips pushed into you like that. She's trying to pull her head down. Now she's digging for that.
With the blood gushing here.
Got distracted.
Hard right elbow again by Kayla Harrison. King in some serious trouble.
Kayla just so vicious in this top position. She does such a good job of following the hips and just landing offense the entire time that she's on top of you, just relentlessly.
Just 2 minutes remain here in round number 1, but that is an eternity here for Courtney King to survive. Marcia La Silva taking a look at that cut. Coming alive with right hands is Kayla Harrison.
It's just when you can generate that kind of ground and pound, it's having such an innate sense of yourself and physics, and where you can actually execute that strike and have gravity behind you, right? Because it's a short distance, but if you can flip over, or if you can get that elbow exactly perfect, those are some money shots.
And that's what judo is all about, right, Julie? It's physics, and understanding that leverage on the feet is often translates to understanding it on the ground as well.
Credit to Courtney King. I mean, her eyes are just closed. She's trying to survive. A touch over a minute remains here.
But like I said, pin and pound right here. This is where Harrison's biggest statement can be made in this cage, I think, is, and leave an indelible mark. It's just this statement with what she can do and how she can adapt.
Here, hard right hands, Kayla Harrison maybe putting in the finishing touches. Courtney King trying to survive. Harrison being very patient here.
Courtney's still intelligently defending, but this fight does seem in a dangerous place for her.
I think that this is close to being stopped for at least a doctor's check. But there's 30 seconds left. They may. It's a good point.
I mean, armbar here for Kayla Harrison.
They're very slippery.
Courtney King trying to survive, as you mentioned. Very slippery with this blood. We'll see if she can try to utilize something to get free. But Kayla Harrison trying to wrap up the victory right here.
And she created a nice frame for herself to make it hard for Harrison to actually extend that. So she's able to keep her elbows locked together, almost like a rear naked choke on her own arm. But
well, the stoppage may not be coming here, guys. That was a statement, and a statement really turned in by Kayla Harrison. The cut man will have his work cut out for him. That is a bad cut. Courtney King is a survivor, and she starts round number 2. We'll see if she can try to change the tide of this fight. 10-8 across the board. Laura Sanko, no surprising.
Yeah, TJ, I was reminded that they don't use elbows in PFL, so, I mean, man, Kayla Harrison with a brand new weapon tonight, and she's putting it to use.
I think she's drilled it.
I think so. I think so. But, I mean, it's got to be nice for her to be able to use that in a fight finally.
Oh, 100%. And that's something that you can't drill in the room like that. It's not full force. And we're seeing a whole new layer to the game of Kayla Harrison. Nice takedown here inside the guard of King. I think one of the most impressive things in this fight, besides that elbow, is just the ability of the power she brings with her ground and pound inside the guard. A lot of people can't bring that type of fury in the closed guard of their opponent, but Kayla Harrison, very dangerous to say the least.
And I think, I love the way she hits the body. I think a lot of that also comes with the confidence of knowing if you get tied up like that, she has the experience, she has, the know-how to get out of trouble there. And you can really let go with your hands if you know how to get out of submissions. You can just have a lot of confidence in yourself.
Courtney King doing a nice job trying to tie up Kayla's wrist here, but Kayla's just so powerful. And the way she rolls over with that elbow, it doesn't matter if you have your wrist trapped, that elbow is still going to land.
Yeah, I was impressed that Courtney King really got in her face at the beginning of this round, but I think at this point she should think more disengaging, not keeping that guard locked up, but actually getting back to her feet, working her way back up now.
Courtney King is definitely here for a fight, and she has one on her hands with Kayla Harrison inside her guard. See if she can try to make something happen. Looks like she's on her left hip, maybe trying to grab the neck or Kimura.
Kimura's there too. Load Kimura until line opens.
blood can be an excellent lubricant on the ground in terms of it's really hard to hold on to those submissions hard. You know, it slides through the gloves, slides across the skin, and so it does favor escaping submissions.
It's much more greasy and oily feeling than you would
Work other side, work other side. Good!
Oh, wow.
Those hips moved a lot on
Trying to grab a hold of the neck here is King. She's been able to slow down the pace and slow down the pace enough for Marcia Silva to intervene and stand them back up.
Heavy. This is go time. This is go time. No late. Get nasty.
But this is where King wants to be in this fight, on her feet, peppering, moving in and out, really getting that flurry, trying to get Kayla moving back.
I feel like she's moving in but not out, Julia. I might need to do both.
I agree with you. I think not just moving forward there, but
lovely.
High amplitude takedown there for Kayla Harrison. 2 minutes remain here in round number 2.
And you know, in cases like this, I don't think closed guard is what you want. I think you want to use your guard as a brace to get up. You want to push her away. Any kind of brace on her, any kind of pushing on the hips or putting your knees together on the chest and shoving. Yeah, like this. You need to get out of there because you're right in her power
Now
zone.
we've talked about that. There you go. Push that knee in.
Courtney King is very good on the ground, but she needs to be on top. She's got to disengage, potentially get it back to the feet, and as I said in the keys, find her moment to potentially take it to the mat and get that dominant position. But man, tough task when you're facing someone like Kayla Harrison.
Harrison steps over into mount. She went for an armbar earlier. We'll see if she tries to go for it again.
She's isolating that left arm of Courtney.
I like the way she's targeting the ear right there. I think that's, it's a really good way to disrupt somebody's equilibrium and just make them frustrated.
Take a post and go the other way. Take the post and go the other way.
Looking at Courtney King, I mean, she may be better suited to sort of give that arm to Kayla Harrison so she can try to roll through and escape. But right now, Harrison electing to just punish her with some strikes here. Flattened out now is Courtney King, and that cut is wide open again.
It is, and I think with King, it's more about she just wants to stay in motion at this point, and staying in motion might slow down some of the ground and pound, slow down some of the damage. I don't think offering up her arm would keep Harrison from punching her or elbowing her.
She's close to giving up her back here. Is King.
Down there, let's go. Active, total active. Total active.
You mentioned close to giving up her back. I mean, now crucifix position here by Kayla Harrison. Can she put on the finishing touches? A touch over 10 seconds. That's a wrap. It is done. Kayla Harrison has arrived at 145 pounds. My goodness, what a statement.
Wow.
The PFL lightweight champion has arrived. And to make it official, here's Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 48 seconds. Round number 2, stoppage due to strikes for your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Kayla Harrison.
A world-class judoka, a world-class lightweight, and now a world-class featherweight. Kayla Harrison shines in her Invicta FC and featherweight debut as she gets the stoppage over Courtney King.
Yeah. Get ready.
We'll take a look at our tail of the tape brought to you by Presidente. Kayla Harrison, 5 years older, the very young and very experienced Mariana Moraes. Kayla Harrison is also 4 inches taller. Same reach on the arms. Slight advantage for Kayla Harrison on the leg reach. Lillian Garcia, would you please?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening, and it's in the women's lightweight division, presented to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, she specializes in judo and Muay Thai. Standing at 5'4", she officially weighs in at 153 pounds. In 26 professional bouts, this veteran has a record of 16 victories and 10 losses, with 12 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of São João de Boa Vista, Brazil, here is Mariana the Razor Moraes. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 155 1/4 pounds. In 8 professional bouts, she is undefeated with 6 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland oversees our co-main event. Moraes in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the returning champion, in
Round
the
one,
red.
you ready, blue? Round one, you ready, red?
Let's fight. Kick right up the top from Kayla Harrison. Moraes comes back with a jab. Kayla Harrison, southpaw stance. Grabs a hold of Mariana Moraes. Couple of knees, and now pressure against the cage.
Already able to get to the clinch and able to set it up with some nice strikes. And she's pressuring Moraes up against the cage right now.
Now, Moraes has some judo experience, so she may not fall for some of the easier tricks that Kayla might try to pull.
Well, Kayla has an arsenal that goes way beyond the easy tricks. Right now, it's just a big body lock and dumps Moraes right to her back. Kayla Harrison lands in side control.
Yeah, we saw some great off-balancing or kazushi that you see in judo. Ended up tripping Moraes right into side control, now moving into mount.
She started to swing her one way, then changed directions, caught her off balance, and took her the other way to get her to the ground.
Heavy strikes from the top as Mariana Moraes bellies out. Kayla Harrison not relenting, not letting up. The right hand coming down like a piston, and now the left. Copeland asking for more action, and that's enough. 90 seconds in, Kayla Harrison, quick 6. And a fast finish for the returning champion.
Just talking about, went forward, threw a big kick, got the respect from Moraes with her strikes, and that ultimately set up that clinch, Randy.
Absolutely, punched her way right into the clinch. Here she is in the over-under. She's got her against the fence. Moraes doing a good job trying to keep the hips away. There's a little foot wheel. Changes directions, the other direction. Watch her set this up. This is really, really pretty. She'll start moving her one way. Double underhooks now. She's going to pull her off, start moving her one way, and then take her back the other direction to get the takedown. One way, there's the other direction right there.
Yeah, it's just so efficient. And again, like, everything has a purpose. She wasn't throwing to throw something. Everything is making Moraes move to put her into position to take advantage again and again and again. Side control, into mount. And from here, guys, I mean, there's a reason why the mount is such a powerful position. She has gravity on her side. Moraes does not have those leg frames in play to try to keep her away. She's sitting on the hips, and Harrison just starts wailing away.
And I've talked about this with Kayla before. Ground and pound is an art, and not even great fighters have an easy time mastering. That's something that is totally underrated in her game. We talk about her judo all the time, but the way that she puts something on every strike from the top, it's meaningful when Kayla Harrison gets on top of you. It's not about scoring points. She got finishing power from there.
Everything she does is measured and calculated. It's very impressive.
Yeah, this shows a level of mastery that very few possess. She makes it look easy. Amazing.
Kayla Harrison, successful return to the PFL Smart Cage. A long layoff does not appear to have had any ill effects on the returning champion. Reaction from the corner, Mike Brown, Mako, familiar faces there. Cageonomics Stats Bundle brought to you by Geico. Big takedown, and of course, the ground and pound. Take a look at the fighter performance rating, revolutionary statistic in the sport of mixed martial arts, exclusive to the PFL. A perfect score of 100 for the first round finish. Kayla Harrison gets the job done. FPR brought to you by Rich Energy. Lillian Garcia has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 1 minute and 23 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO and earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison!
Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by CarParts.com. Cindy Dandois, 6 years older than her counterpart in this one. Kayla Harrison is an inch taller. Dandois weighed in under the lightweight limit. She does have a reach advantage of 4 inches in the stand-up. And to Lillian Garcia we go.
Fight fans, this is the main event, and it is in the women's lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She specializes in judo. Standing at 5'7", she officially weighs in at 152 1/4 pounds. In 22 professional bouts, this veteran has a record of 16 victories and 6 defeats with 13 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Antwerp, Belgium, here is Cindy, the Battle Cat Dandois. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 156 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, she has an undefeated record with 7 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison! Your referee in charge, Vitor Shaolin.
Not a typo on those betting odds if you're just tuning in with us. Kayla Harrison minus 33.35. That's like Randy Couture versus Kenny Florian type odds. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian.
I still don't think they'd be that big on it.
Kayla Harrison in the red, Cindy Dandois, the Belgian, in the black and gray. 2 judokas. One of them has 2 Olympic gold medals. Harrison in the southpaw stance. Motion around the outside of the smart cage by Cindy Dandois.
Kayla just stalking, trying to cut off the cage, looking for her opportunity to clinch.
Body kick there from Kayla Harrison and a straight left. Dandois dives for a low single. Bowled over by Kayla Harrison. Dandois trying to control the arms of Kayla. Closes her guard, does Dandois. And this is where Harrison is a real problem for anybody. Her ground and pound is as good as you will see in this sport. Watch as she moves the defense and puts emphatic power behind every strike. Compromising the posture of Cindy Dandois, and the left hand comes down.
There's the pass. Cross-side position now by Harrison. She's going to step over the leg, look for face-up crucifix.
And that's the thing, it's not only her ground and pound, her position is so sharp. You rarely see her lose position once she gets on top. She is pounding away already on Dandois.
Keep stepping over that.
She's going into that
topside triangle.
Yeah, she's looking for that side triangle, it seems. Dandois able to get her arm out of there.
Harrison regrips, repositions, hunkers down. Now knee on belly.
She's so strong, but some of that strength comes because she's never out of position.
Yeah.
She's just amazing.
Oh.
And Cindy Dandois is able to flip over Kayla Harrison and says, no, thank you.
Yep, her hips got a little too high, went over her head. Dandois was able to feel that and rolled her temporarily.
Dandois is a savvy veteran, far more experienced in the sport of mixed martial arts than Kayla Harrison is.
You know, she said something interesting. She said, you know, so many people have lost before they've even gotten in there with Harrison. That's not going to be the case with me. She feels she offers something a little bit different than other people that Harrison has faced. So far, she's hanging in there.
Closes the guard again. Cindy Dandois hanging on the head, trying to control the posture of Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison has 1 minute to clinch the #1 seed. If not, Larissa Pacheco will hang on to the #1 spot. 90 seconds remain here in the first round. Harrison stands up out of the guard. Kicking at the legs of Cindy Dandois. Oh. There comes a big left hand.
Love how Kayla uses her hips. She got her head up, brought her hips in, controlled those feet.
And to the
now,
mouth.
full mount.
More ground and pound from Kayla Harrison. Controlling the position here once again.
40 seconds in the first period.
Uh-oh. Kayla doing a good job of controlling that wrist and pounding away with her free hand.
And now she's passed.
She might be trying to set up an armbar.
There it is.
There it is. She sits over. Will the barrier stop her from laying back on it? As Dandois walks out, she actually gives Kayla the space. And there is the tap. Kayla Harrison armbars Cindy Dandois, hyperextends that elbow. Quick 6 for Kayla Harrison. First, our Cageonomics Stats Bundle presented by Geico. Kayla Harrison successful after some ground and pound with that submission finish. It's official when we return.
Well, here she is, starting to get her posture, landing some good shots. There's the opening of the guard from Cindy, and that's what Kayla wanted to start to set up the guard pass. And again, it's all set up with her strikes. She's not just looking to pass or just looking to punch. She's looking for both at all times. And she kind of lost position here. It looked like she was trying to set up a side triangle position or a crucifix. Lost position at one point. Cindy almost rolled her, but Harrison got right back on top. There she is with the knee on stomach. Almost lost position, able to get right back on top. And being up against that cage when you're on your back, it's really hard to set up submissions from there. Harrison just pouring it on. There she is from mount. She was trapping that wrist, setting up that arm bar, spinning beautifully right into it. Aware of her surroundings, getting her back away from the cage. And there she is. She separates that arm away from the body, getting full leverage, her hips underneath the fulcrum of that elbow. Pulls down at the end of the lever, bridges her hips, and that's what's going to dislocate, injure, or even break the arm.
Lillian Garcia makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 44 seconds of round #1. Submission by armbar, earning 6 points and clinching the #2 seed in the 2021 PFL playoffs, Kayla Harrison!
Welcome back, fight fans. And now our women's lightweight bracket is set. Larissa Pacheco holds on to the #1 seed. She'll take on Taylor Guardado. And the 2-3 matchup, Kayla Harrison and Jenna Fabian. And I'm inside the PFL Smart Cage with our main event winner, Kayla Harrison. And the Kayla Harrison show continues. An impressive performance. The ground and pound is beautiful, but it's the arm bar that gets you the finish. How'd you feel about your performance tonight?
Yeah. First round, submission. I like to keep them guessing, you know, keep working on stuff, keep improving little by little, you know. I'm so far ahead of all these girls, and it's because since I was 8 years old, I've been dropping people on their head, you know. I mean, I conquered the judo world, which no American was ever able to do, and now I'm here to conquer the MMA world, you know. This is a Game of Thrones, and I'm going to be the queen.
So the 2-3 matchup between you and Jenna Fabian, that's the classic grappler versus striker. Have you seen anything from Jenna Fabian that gives you any pause heading into that playoff matchup?
No.
And Larissa Pacheco was able to lock up the #1 seed earlier, 2 emphatic knockout victories for her. She's on what she thinks is a collision course with you. Anything that you've seen from her this season that impresses you?
No.
Are you impressed by anything?
Your tie.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I want to say something real quick. Listen, a building just collapsed in Miami. Later on tonight, I'm going to put up a link tree in my Instagram. I encourage you guys to go and donate to the survivors. I think they're still looking for them right now. It's a little bit of a tragedy here in our own country, so I encourage you all to donate, give what you can, and do your part.
Kayla Harrison, ladies and gentlemen. We take a look at our tail of the tape for this main event brought to you by CarParts.com. Both of these women 31 years of age. Jenna Fabian is 4 inches taller. She has a distinct reach advantage in the arms. Both weighed in at the lightweight limit of 156 pounds. Lillian Garcia, take it away.
Fight fans, this is the main event of the night. And this fight is sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission in the women's lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a Muay Thai world champion. Standing at 6 feet tall, she officially weighs in at 156 pounds. She has a professional record of 4 wins and only 1 loss, with 3 victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand, here is your #3 seed, Jenna Fabian. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 155 1/2 pounds. She has an undefeated, spotless record of 10-0, including 8 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your #2 seed and your 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Andrew Glenn.
Andrew Glenn oversees our main event, equipped with the ref cam. He can take us inside the smart cage for an up-close and personal look. Kayla Harrison in the red, Jenna Fabian in the black and gray. USA versus New Zealand, grappler versus striker. Main event underway, 2 southpaws squaring off. Harrison claims the center of the cage. Jenna Fabian circling to her left.
They're both ladies trying to judge that distance. Kayla looking for her way to get on the inside. And of course, Fabian trying to use those long limbs to keep Harrison from getting on the inside.
Randy, we talk about commitment as Kayla Harrison commits to closing that distance and presses Jenna Fabian up against the cage. Right now, because of pandemic conditions, to get back into New Zealand, you need a permit, an invitation. Jenna Fabian, as of today, doesn't have one. She came here to fight. She might have to do her training camp here for the championship bout. To be determined if she can get back into her home country.
Wow, I mean, that's amazing. The things that are going on right now are pretty crazy. Kayla got right where she wants to be. Let's see what she can do with this clinch. You see Jenna doing a good job of keeping Kayla's hips away from her. She's got to have that power, those hips up under her. She wants to throw her, trip her, or knock her down.
Yeah, Jenna's got to be careful giving too much space between the back of her legs in the cage. That's where Harrison's going to look for those inside trips.
Kayla trying to get an angle, capture those hips. Jenner doing a great job of repummeling and not letting her get that position.
Kayla's just staying patient, trying to chip away with little short shots to the body, looking for potential.
There's a high body lock. Kayla looking to take directions.
Lands in side control. Kayla Harrison goes right to work. First round almost halfway gone. And Harrison has Jenna Fabian flat on her back.
Yeah, this is not where Jenna wants to be, and Kayla will quickly advance into mount here if she's able to create some space on that far side.
There's the mount.
Steps into the mount here. Laces her legs. Still more than 2 minutes remaining in round number one. That's a long time to have somebody like Kayla Harrison mounted.
Kayla working her way up to high mount now. Started out low mount, bind in. Just kind of got half high and half low. Here's an arm attempt. Here it comes. She's going to soften her up with some hammer fists. Jenna does a nice job of getting out of that and getting that arm free.
Yeah, she did a good job of turning towards that arm and pulling that elbow into her body.
Fabian doing her best to survive here. Ground and pound to soften up the guard from Kayla Harrison. Plants a foot on the mat. More left hands from the top.
Full high mount
now. Flurry. Big right hands coming down. Jenna Fabian in a tough spot. Can't get her hips back down to the ground. Right, left, right, left, right, left for Kayla Harrison. Flattens out Jenna Fabian straight to her belly. And she's got that wrist handcuffed. Referee stepping in close. Jenna Fabian in big trouble here. That will be enough. 1 minute left in the first round, and Kayla Harrison once again puts her opponent away. Ground and pound for the win. Kayla Harrison, championship bound.
Dominant. Once she got on the ground, it was all Kayla Harrison.
Honestly, once she got to the clinch,
yeah,
it was all Kayla Harrison.
Absolutely.
She did a great job of methodically, incrementally putting her in worse and worse and worse positions until she got her where she needed her to finish it.
There's your Cageonomics Stats Bundle presented by Geico. Kayla Harrison, big numbers in the strikes, most of those on the ground, and of course, the takedown is the difference again for the two-time Olympic judo gold medalist.
Rich energy replay here. There's the body lock. She circles one way, gets Jenna to overcommit with her hips, and then changes directions and pulls her back over her own hips. Eventually climbs to full mount and rains down the ground and pound. Here you see her low mount. She'll start to work her way up. Now she's in high mount. Very difficult for the person on the bottom to protect themselves unless they're very adept at elbow escaping and getting out of this position, but Kayla's going to make that very difficult. Here she's got a seat belt on the far side, one arm trapped. Referee's seen enough.
Kayla Harrison improves to 11-0 inside of 1 round. We'll be back with the official decision. PFL MMA.
Instead of staying up her body, maybe if you would drop it onto her leg and start to like work it out, the bar sole and stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe.
She was
Fighter performance rating brought to you by Rich Energy. A perfect 100 for Kayla Harrison. She gets the finish inside of the first frame. Lillian Garcia has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 1 second of round number 1. Your winner by TKO and clinching a spot in the 2021 PFL World Championship, Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison, 1 year older, she's 2 inches taller. Taylor Guardado with a 3-inch advantage in the arms. Kayla Harrison, the slight advantage in the legs. And with that, we send it one more time to Lillian Garcia.
And now it is time for your main event. This championship fight is in the women's lightweight division, and it is presented to you by Frank's Red Hot. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a striker, standing at 5'6". She officially weighs in 154 1/2 pounds. In 4 professional bouts, she has a record of 3 wins with only 1 loss. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is your number 4 seed, Taylor Guardado. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 153 3/4 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 11 victories against 0 defeats. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your number 2 seed and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Andrew Glenn.
Andrew Glenn will oversee our main event of the evening. Kayla Harrison in the red, Taylor Guardado in the black and gray.
You ready?
Touch of the gloves, Kayla Harrison in the southpaw stance. Blitzing attack to open things from Taylor Guardado, and a right hand. Little clinch here in the center of the cage. Kayla Harrison trying the trip. Nice knee from Taylor Guardado. And another.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Looked like Taylor was doing a great job of framing with that arm across the neck. Kayla had an answer for it. Beautiful inside trip.
An aggressive game plan from Taylor Guardado early, coming out with flurries and punches, some knees on the inside, and now she finds herself on her back underneath one of the best ground and pound artists in mixed martial arts. Man or woman, Kayla Harrison puts bad intentions on every strike from the top.
Yeah, she's mixing up very well, going to the body, then to the head. Has good posture, good position.
Harrison able to step over into a half mount position here. Guardado framing with her leg, and Harrison pushed that bottom leg down, stepped right over it. Just over 1 minute gone here in the opening frame of this championship.
Harrison looking to mount. Harrison looking to climb into mount position, potentially.
She'll go to side control instead. Guardado's gonna have to mind her left arm, try to avoid that crucifix position where we've seen Kayla Harrison try to put people in the past.
Here comes the mount. Nice job by Guardado, pulling half guard, preventing Kayla Harrison from stepping into the mount position.
Great shoulder position there from Kayla Harrison as she starts to attack that Kimura on the right arm of Guardado. And she has that double attack. She can either go into the mount or into side control or go for the Kimura.
She's changing to an Americana possibly.
Let's go with the right arm, goes back to work, pummeling with the left hand. Now stepping once again. full mount for Kayla Harrison.
Watch the armbar attempt here. Kayla's going to start to switch here. Now she's got Gordado's back.
Kayla just stays so busy, always getting you to try to defend something where she can open up a submission, defend the strike, she goes for a submission. Defend the submission, she goes for a strike. She's non-stop working for something.
The total package: power, athleticism, position, technique, mindset. I mean, she is the total package.
And for someone who's still young in their mixed martial arts career, this is her 12th pro fight. She certainly behaves like a seasoned pro in there. I suppose a lifetime of high-level judo will help you with that. Harrison with a back take here. Guardado just trying to defend her limbs and neck.
See if Taylor can get her head to the mat and turn and face Kayla. Not able to do it. There's a better position for her. She has that knee shield, needs to create a little bit more space, try to frame away and get back to her feet.
Back to the closed guard for Taylor Guardado. Small victory here in the late goings of round one. But there's that ground and pound I was talking about from Kayla Harrison.
Big swing and a miss. Guardado takes advantage of it, finds her way back to her feet. Oh, nice little front kick.
And a left hand from Kayla Harrison. Taking this opportunity to put some of her striking skills on display.
A little blood coming from Kayla's nose.
I don't know if it's her nose or her mouth, but look, those flurries from...
Oh, nice Uchimata. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful throw there.
That is a judo gold medalist. And now Taylor Guardado's got to protect that right arm. If Kayla can get it over her thigh and under her foreleg, things can get very ugly very quickly with that Americana attack. Look through the ghost cam as we close out the round. Kayla Harrison with a dominant round. But there's a tiny laceration there on the lip of Kayla Harrison. Here's the overhand right.
Nice shot.
Right down the middle for Taylor Guardado.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Guardado doing a nice job of framing out, trying to keep those hips away from her. Harrison doesn't have any of it. Nice job of ground and pound from the top position, Kayla Harrison.
You ready? Round number 2 here of a possible 5 Women's Lightweight World Championship. $1 million on the line for these two women. And of course, a PFL Season 3 title to go along with it. For Kayla Harrison, it's about more than just that. She wants to be the best fighter in the world. She's undefeated so far in her mixed martial arts career. Looking to keep that 0 in the loss column. Clash at the center. Kayla Harrison misses with a kick up the middle. High kick attempt there from Kayla, and now she's in on a body lock.
Nice little foot wheel.
Scoop the legs right out from under Taylor Guardado. The frustration that we were talking about earlier with Mavlid Haibulaev when he was able to grind out that victory in a title bout against Chris Wade. Everything you counter, even if you do it successfully, Kayla's got an answer for it.
I mean, you have to counter her, the fight's over, right? You don't really score points for the countering, you're just staying in the fight by countering. But it's got to be frustrating when somebody has an answer for everything you try to do.
And this is a brutal position. Taylor's neck really compromised here, head up against the cage. And this is a great position here for Kayla. She has full posture here and just raining down blows out. And she could step up and over that leg. And there she goes.
If you're a young mixed martial artist and you want a clinic on ground and pound. Watch Kayla Harrison. She moves the defense, and then she throws strikes. She postures effectively. She's always attacking, making you react.
Yeah, it's the kind of pressure and kind of skill that makes you feel like everything you do is wrong.
You can pass. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Keep that half guard your other foot. Keep the half guard your other foot.
Harrison heavy on top of Taylor Guardado. Women's World Championship as she steps over to the mount. Take a look through the ref cam. Round 2 almost halfway gone here. Peppering shots from Kayla. Taylor Guardado just trying to lock down on the head control here.
Now that's going to stop her from posturing up and landing blows, but it's not going to help her positionally. It's only a matter of time before Kayla does just that, and Taylor's got to watch out for that arm.
The fence is going to prohibit Kayla from stepping around that arm for an arm bar.
Keep chipping. There you go. Yeah, keep chipping.
Now Taylor might be giving up her back here.
2 minutes. You can just keep chipping there. Yeah, keep going.
And Kayla's staying patient. She's not forcing the submission. She's not forcing the finish. She's taking her time.
Use your hands to bridge up.
Oh, she has her flattened out. This is not good.
This is not good at all.
Hammering down on the ear of Taylor Guardado, Kayla Harrison.
Referee looking at it. He's very close here. Looking at the competitors.
Harrison putting on a clinic here of control.
Both hooks in now for Kayla Harrison.
Good, follow your back. Follow your back and drive it. Watch out. Go. Nice.
Taylor Guardado able to get off of her stomach there, but once again, Kayla Harrison goes right into full mount.
Here's the armbar.
Here comes the armbar attempt. Kayla Harrison falls back for it. Nice defense so far for Taylor Guardado. Kayla will continue to chain together this attack. There it is, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison, 1 minute remaining in round number 2, remains undefeated and secures back-to-back PFL championships. An armbar victory for the baddest woman on the planet. There's a look at our Cageonomics stats bundle presented by Geico. A lot of those strikes from Kayla Harrison on the ground, 3 takedowns, and an armbar finish. We'll make it official when we return. Kayla Harrison, once again victorious. We'll make it official with Lillian Garcia.
Fight fans, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes of round number 2. Submission by armbar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison!
Ray Seffo presents Kayla Harrison with her 2nd straight belt. The PFL CEO, Pete Murray, will hand Kayla Harrison her 2nd straight $1 million check. And the baddest woman on the planet promising a bunch of LOL dolls to her lovely daughter. Kayla, back-to-back championships, another brutally efficient performance from the baddest woman on the planet. Does it feel different the 2nd time around?
You know, I just feel way more grateful, I think, a lot more gratitude. You know, I realize that nothing in this world is given. You have to earn it all. And I'm very blessed and very lucky that I work hard every day. And I want to thank my coaches, American Top Team, my judo family, everyone, my regular family, everyone who supported me from day one, my church family, everyone. I just really, really appreciate it. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them. I love all of you very, very much. And my little wolf pack at home. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them.
Well, good things come in pairs, right? 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 kids, 2 championship belts. And indulge me, if you will, we want to look at some of these replays over here on the screen. Taylor Gardano was able to land a right hand early, and after that, you took over and imposed your will.
Yeah, she came out swinging. It was a great game plan, actually, because I was planning on feeling her out, and she said, we're not going to do any of that. Really great game plan, caught me off guard, but when all else fails, grapple.
You're pretty decent at that, and you secured the armbar victory. 1 minute left in round number 2. What's next for the baddest woman on the planet?
Well, I'm going to
Job, man.
probably take my kids on a vacation, go home to Ohio for Thanksgiving. We got to go pick up Emery from school tomorrow. That's all I got planned for now. Back to the gym ASAP.
The baddest mom on the planet, Kayla Harrison, back-to-back championships. Congratulations once again.
Sean, you look great tonight, by the way. Just wanted to let you know.
Thank you very much.
Marina Mokhnakina is 2 years older. She's 2 inches shorter. Arm reach is identical. Leg reach favors Marina. Lillian Garcia.
Live from Arlington, Texas, this is the main event, and it's in the women's lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, she specializes in sambo. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall, she weighs in officially 154 1/4 pounds. In 8 professional bouts, she has a record of 6 victories and 2 defeats, with 4 wins by submission. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, here is Marina Mokhnakina. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, she weighs in officially 155 pounds. With an undefeated record of 12 victories against 0 defeats, she is a 2-time PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
There's Keith Peterson to oversee the main event, equipped with the ref cam. Kayla Harrison in the blue, Marina Mokhnakina in the gray.
Are you ready? Fight.
Touch of the gloves, sort of. Kayla Harrison in the southpaw stance. Mokhnakina circling around the outside. Low kick and a left hand from Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla looking to set up that big left hand or big left kick for an entry into a clinch.
There's a left hand again from Kayla Harrison. Mokhnakina shrugs it off, continues to circle around the outside. There's the entry you were talking about.
There's a leg, roll to the leg. Kayla responded perfectly.
Mokhnakina trying to grab hold of that left arm of Kayla Harrison. Hooking her foot to control the head.
Yeah, she has good posture. She's out of danger here.
Harrison frees her arms. Goes to work with the right hand and the left.
Kayla's going to look to try to step over that right leg of Mokhnakina.
Left hand to the body from Kayla. Mokhnakina scrambling back to her feet. Knee to the upstairs from Kayla. Mokhnakina looking to reach over, potentially Kimura grip. Kayla having none of it, squeezing tight. Over under here for Mokhnakina, who lets go of the underhook.
Mokhnakina with the whizzer. Kayla using that body position Body lock from the back.
Moknakina doing a good job of keeping her base here.
More knees inside from Kayla Harrison.
You can see Kayla not really in a rush. She's taking her time. She's being patient here.
Harrison controlling Moknakina against the cage.
Marina might try to roll into a leg like we saw earlier in this round.
Harrison told us she was very mindful of that and working on defense for it. Right hand goes to work again for Kayla Harrison.
She's starting to pick up the pace now.
It looks like Moknakina is trying to step across and use that whizzer to hip toss Kayla, which would be a tall order. Where's the
there
roll?
She goes to roll again, trying to attack the leg of Kayla Harrison.
Oh.
She's got that knee bar attempt. Kayla is able to pull her foot out of danger and now settles into a top control position.
These are big shots now. She starts to advance position. Now she moves to the back.
45 seconds for Ian's.
Yep, both hooks in now.
Moknakina going 2-on-1 defense, trying to prevent Kayla Harrison from snaking her arm around for a choke. Kayla rides a little high. Moknakina is able to scramble back. Left hand just misses for Kayla Harrison. Shakes out her right arm. Nice work by Moknakina to get out of danger there.
Yeah, it seemed like Kayla was a little too far forward, decided to bail on it herself. She actually removed one of her hooks and decided to stand up.
Harrison stalking, Moknakina circling on the outside. Kick attempt there from Kayla. Inside of 10 seconds, we will see the second round in this lightweight main event as the left hand lands for Harrison. Welcome back, PFL fight fans. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, and Kenny Florian. Cage side for this main event, Kayla Harrison and Marina Moknakina inside the cage. Harrison in the light blue. Marina Moknakina becomes just the fourth of Kayla's 13 opponents. Well, the fourth opponent in 13 fights, I should say, to make it outside of the first round.
Nice left hand landed there by Kayla Harrison.
And another one glances off the side of Marina Moknakina's head. Now Kayla in on a double leg attempt. Opts for the underhook and body lock instead. Knee comes upstairs. Now Kayla on the back. Another knee. And a trip. Nice work by Kayla Harrison, using the momentum. Marina Moknakina and sweeping her feet out from under her. Throws a hook in over the left side. Moknakina back to her feet.
Yeah, Marina doing a good job in the transition to get back to where she needs to be safely.
Moknakina able to pummel in and get another underhook. Kayla works again with her knees. There's Larissa Pacheco, secured a first-round knockout victory earlier in the evening. Good enough for 6 points and first place in the women's lightweight standings. Now that we're into the second round of this main event, she will remain there in first place with those 6 points. Moknakina able to maintain a base, frustrate the efforts of Kayla Harrison for now, but no offense from Marina.
Marina's just done a really good job of staying closed up and compact and not exposing herself to anything. Tried to roll 2 leg locks. Harrison was on top of both of those. They weren't really close. The second one was a little closer. There's another one she's trying to roll. Kayla's got to be careful here. There's the knee bar attempt.
And she's gonna, the leg's twisted. She's probably gonna try to attack that outside heel hook if she can. But Kayla looks like she's pretty safe there as well.
Kayla slipped it very nicely.
Big right hand comes down from Kayla and the left. We'll see if Kayla can posture and start to create some offense in these ground and pound situations. She's got some of the best ground and pound in the whole sport. Marina Moknakina, though, throws a butterfly in, overhooks that right arm of Kayla Harrison.
Marina has done a wonderful job here defensively against Kayla in a lot of these exchanges. Typically, we see Kayla get on top and just relentless with her ground and pound, but Marina getting that inside position. She's tying up arms. She's controlling the posture of Kayla here.
There's a nice shot. Marina uses her legs really well to keep Kayla off balance and not allow her to land a good shot.
Absolutely, she's deflecting that kind of forward pressure from Kayla, but Kayla able to step over there. And she passes.
Cross side there, nice cross side pass.
Kayla will look to potentially establish this crucifix position. Moknakina
armbar attempt here.
Rolling away.
She might try the armbar here. Nope. Marina gets out of it.
And once again gives up her back. She's got Kayla Harrison's arm around her neck. Does a good job of sitting back against the cage, tucking her chin. Take a look through ref cam. Keith Peterson keeping a close eye on all the action. Harrison trying to punch to loosen up the posture of Marina Moknakina. Makes one more effort to throw that arm underneath the chin. Inside of 30 seconds here in the second round. Two-on-one defense again there for Marina Moknakina. With 10 seconds left, she'll try and stand and spin out. Kayla Harrison stays heavy. Round 2 comes to a close. Pressed against the cage. One more round here in the women's lightweight division. Wants her to keep the striking exchanges simple and spiral ride to negate some of that slipperiness, Ken.
Yeah, instead of committing both of her hooks where she could lose position and have Marina come on top, they want her to slide her from the side from that top position, kind of like folk-style wrestling. You can chip away with ground and pound. And if she sees a major mistake, then maybe throwing the hooks, but seems like she's been following that game plan pretty well here.
Marina wanted to keep this fight standing. I'd like to see her let her hands go. She has better striking than Kayla. We haven't seen that in this fight.
Kayla Harrison keeps shaking out her right hand. Using the left hand primarily as her offensive weapon. I heard the coaches calling for high kicks as well. Measuring distance here. Comes in.
Double leg. Sprawled right away too. She knew Marina was going to roll. Marina trying to find a way to roll to those legs.
And there's that spiral ride, Randy.
Yep, absolutely. We call it a cowboy ride.
Kayla looks to control that far wrist, create the handcuff on Marina Moknakina. See if she can get her left hand free, and there she goes.
Kayla has dictated wherever this fight was going to take place. She's been in charge and in control in almost every moment of the fight.
Look, respect to Marina Moknakina, because Kayla is the most dominant champion in the sport of mixed martial arts, and she's clearly doing some nice things defensively, but there just has not been effective offense against the weapons and attacks of Kayla Harrison.
Marina has definitely done her homework, and I think she's not forcing anything out there.
Previously, only one person has taken Kayla Harrison the distance. That's her right there, Larissa Pacheco. Pacheco angling for another rematch. Feels like she's got what it takes to solve this puzzle now.
And after that fight, Kayla was very, very upset with herself.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing a different Kayla here. She's much more patient. She's not so hard on herself. She's going to be fine with this. She had a solid performance. She showed some new skills. The left hand was straight and on point. The high kick, very nice.
Yep. And cage time is valuable. I mean, that all adds up to give you a lot more confidence, a lot more experience, and a lot more stuff to play with in the training room.
Round 3 halfway gone, 2.5 more minutes for Kayla Harrison or Marina Mokhnakina to try and grab a finish and a bonus point in victory. Harrison continues to press against the cage. Mokhnakina continues to shift position. Knee up the middle there from Harrison. Harrison grabbed that plunge for a minute.
Almost thought she was going to try and headlock her. We've seen her throw really nice headlocks in the past.
Minute 45.
Harrison's coaches in the corner, mostly content to watch. 90 seconds. More knees from Harrison. Mokhnakina attempting to step over. Not going to be easy to throw a judo gold medalist, Kenny.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, she was looking for that Oso Togari, and one doesn't just hip toss Kayla Harrison.
Marina Mokhnakina pushes out. 1 minute remaining in this women's lightweight main event. Mokhnakina blitzes forward with an attack. Kayla Harrison moves out of the way. Left hand from Harrison. Ten seconds remain. 2 high kick attempts here from Kayla. And the fight comes to a close. 15 minutes in the books. 15 minutes of cage time. We'll go to the judges' scorecard. Marina Mokhnakina, Kayla Harrison in the books. Geico Cageonomics stats bundle looks like that. Kayla Harrison with the 4 takedowns. She outthrew and outlanded Marina Mokhnakina. We'll get an official decision when we return to Arlington, Texas on ESPN. Then we'll check out the verdict scorecard where you, the fans, get to be the judge. Fans agreed with FPR, gave all 3 rounds to Kayla Harrison. Randy Couture and Kenny Florian weighed in as well. They agreed with FPR in the fan vote, and now Lillian Garcia has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison!
All right, let's take a look at the women's lightweight.
Here's your Bud Light tail of the tape for this main event. Caitlin Young is 5 years older. She is 1 inch taller. She has a 3-inch arm reach advantage. The longer legs favor Kayla Harrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event and the final regular season bout of PFL Season 4 in 2022. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Fighting with an MMA record of 12 wins, 12 losses, and 1 no contest. Holder of 8 knockout victories, Caitlin, the striking Viking Young. Her opponent fighting out of the red corner, 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, twice PFL women's lightweight champion, undefeated mixed martial arts record of 13 wins and 0 losses. 10 of those wins coming by way of stoppage. Kayla Harrison. Referee in charge of this main event, Rob Hines. Kayla Harrison in the blue trunks, Caitlin Young in the gray. Harrison,
right,
the overwhelming favorite here.
First round, you ready?
Fighting to determine her seeding in the playoffs. She has to win to get there first. Caitlin Young can spoil the party for Kayla Harrison with a victory. Southpaw stance for Kayla.
Don't put the fingers forward, Kayla.
You can see those live odds have swung even further in the favor of Kayla Harrison. Someone confident enough this week, though, a verified wager of $2.7 million on a Kayla Harrison win. Depending on exactly what odds they put that wager at, probably around a $100,000 payout, having risked $2.7 million. Kenny, that's a lot of confidence in Kayla's ability.
That's a lot of confidence and a lot of money, no doubt. Kayla keeps feinting with that left hand. She's disguising that left hand and potentially disguising that entry into a takedown as well. There it is.
There it is. Explosive power. Kayla Harrison runs through it, lands inside control, and immediately goes to work trying to grab the full mount.
And already doing a better job of showing more variety, disguising what she wants to do here in this fight against Caitlin than she did in her first one against Moknakina.
In the women's lightweight standings, we showed you that Larissa Pacheco has already secured the #1 seed. If Kayla Harrison wants to avoid her in a semifinal, here.
She's trying to set up a crucifix. She's trying to put that right arm of Caitlin Young between her legs where she can control. She also has the mount here if she wants to advance into that position. Now with the cage makes it a little trickier though.
Nice work here by Caitlin Young, walking her feet along the cage. Now to a north-south position. Larissa Pacheco watching on. Kayla Harrison now taking the back, one hook in.
Caitlin trying to turn and face her. This is a little bit better of a position for her. Kayla decides not to take the back, decides to just put Young on her back.
So Kayla's going to slide back into full mount.
She has that arm trapped as well, Randy.
She's got that wrist right on the far side. Now both hooks in. Young did a nice job getting that hook, getting rid of that last hook. Kayla did great on that double-legged. She trampolined off of the cage.
Right hand keeps pummeling down here. Referee actually, he'll step in and stop it halfway through round #1 to the protest of Caitlin Young. Kayla Harrison clinches a playoff spot with that quick 6 minutes. There's your Geico Cagenomics stats bundle. The one takedown was really the big difference here. A victory for Kayla Harrison. We'll speak to the winner when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rob Hines calls a halt to this bout 2 minutes and 35 seconds into round #1. Your winner by TKO, earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division and clinching the #2 seed, Kayla Harrison.
And our women's lightweight brackets are set now. Larissa Pacheco will be taking on Olena Kolesnik, and Kayla Harrison will be taking on Martina Yindrova in a classic grappler versus striker matchup. Sean O'Connell is in the smart cage with Kayla Harrison. Sean.
By the end of this year.
Thank you, Kenny. I'm being bullied by the two-time women's lightweight champion, Kayla Harrison. She's demanding that somebody buy her these shoes. I can't help that.
It's my birthday tomorrow, y'all. Can you wish me happy birthday? 29 and feeling fine.
Yes, 29 again for Kayla Harrison. All right, let's talk about the fight, the big double leg, the TKO. Is this how you wanted to get it done here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the goal is to... sometimes you just feel it. When you feel it, you just blast double like Mako says and just get him down. You know what I'm saying? Mako Mondays, everybody.
Mako Mondays successful here. Let's talk about the playoff seeding. You secure the number 2 seed. I don't know if you saw the bracket. Martina Yindrova will be your first round opponent.
Awesome.
You're also headed to London, and that playoff bout will be almost 10 years to the day since you had another pretty decent athletic accomplishment in London, an Olympic gold medal.
Yes, Sean, but no one wants to talk about my past, okay? We want to talk about my future. And listen, if everyone, you see those shirts right there, you see the shirts my corner's wearing? Those, if you go buy a Kayla Harrison shirt, all of the profits go to my Fearless Foundation, which is for fighting sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. So for my birthday, everyone went and bought a shirt, I would be very happy. Oh my gosh, is this for me?
And a birthday cake, no candles, but...
The greatest present I ever got was my 2 children. So that's all I could ever ask for. I'm a happy woman.
Victorious, headed to London for the playoffs, Kayla Harrison.
For Kayla Harrison, she needs to cut off that cage, and no mystery here. She needs to hit those takedowns. And for Yindrova, lateral footwork and takedown defense is going to be key to her victory. Tail the tape for this women's lightweight semifinal, brought to you by Redcon One. Kayla Harrison, at 32 years of age, is 1 year older than her opponent, Martina Yindrova. Both women stand 5 feet 8 inches tall, 2-inch reach advantage in the arms favoring Martina Yindrova. Kayla Harrison has 3-inch longer legs. Andy Shepard, take it away, sir.
The following contest is a women's lightweight semi-final fight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a kickboxing specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 154 pounds and holds a professional record of 6 wins and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Prague, Czech Republic, she is the number 3 seed, Martina Yindrova. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She is a judo specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 155 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 14 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, she is the number 2 seed, Kayla Harrison. And your referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard will oversee the main event feature. Kayla Harrison, 2-time champion in the blue, Martina Yindrova in the gray, looking to pull off a historic upset here in London. Touch of the gloves, Harrison in a southpaw stance. Martina's showing a lot of footwork here, moving laterally, both left and right. A lot of feints. She talked about the speed advantage she felt she had over all of Kayla Harrison's previous opponents. Could be a factor as Kayla tries to get the timing for that blast double. Yeah, Martina went up to the mountains at high altitude in preparation for this fight. Looking very fast early on.
Short hook there from Martina Jindrova as Kayla Harrison tries to punch into range. Kayla catches a kick and muscles Martina Jindrova down to the mat. Immediately steps to side control.
Yeah, nice timing on that takedown. Goes right into side control. And this is the first. We're seeing Kayla with 2 knee wraps.
Keep off the cage like that. Toes out, please.
Oh, she's starting to tie up that arm, looking for that crucifix from side control.
Sitting out to the head of Martina Jindrova. Kayla Harrison works Martina's feet away from the barrier so the kickboxer can't kick off, create space, and try and stand up. Now all the way to north-south.
Oh, this is
She's isolating that arm.
Yeah.
Jindrova did a nice job of hipping hard to take that arm away from her. Oh. Harrison looking to knee ride. Maybe to climb in the mount. Into full mount.
There's the full pass. Legs laced in. Right hand goes to work.
Ground and pound coming.
Halfway through round number 1, Kayla Harrison, full mount position on Martina Jindrova.
It's a low mount by Kayla. She's binding in, trying to keep those hips in position. Now she's climbing a high mount. This is going to be a ground and pound position for her for sure. She's very, very slick at transitioning that arm bar from here too if you extend those arms too much.
Right hand goes to work through the middle of the guard, and there's
arm triangle.
Kayla Harrison clamping down.
She's got it tight. Look for the climb off mount. If she can get this locked in, she's got it locked.
And she just squeezes from the full mount position. Jindrova taps. Kayla Harrison, first round submission. Headed to another PFL championship fight.
Absolutely dominant there for Kayla Harrison.
Cagenomic Stats Bundle presented by Geico. 20 strikes landed for Kayla Harrison, 1 takedown, and 1 submission. Will she get a 3rd championship? We'll talk to her next.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a halt to this contest at 3 minutes and 17 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via submission with a Gatakatami and progressing to the 2022 PFL World Championship, Kayla Harrison!
And here's the Bud Light Championship moment. Kayla Harrison. There's the low kick, or side kick rather, by Jindrova, caught by Kayla Harrison, follows that through with a single leg to establish top position. And from here, it just methodically gets worse and worse for Jindrova. Here's the arm triangle. She's got it tight, she's sunk in, just waiting. And there is the tap. Beautiful performance. And here it is. She slides off to the side, gets that angle of those hips and squeezes. Gets tighter and tighter. There's the tap by Jindrova. Here's the women's lightweight bracket. Larissa Pacheco with the win over Kolesnik to advance. Kayla Harrison with the win over Jindrova. There's your final. Sean?
All right, I'm here inside the PFL Smart Cage with victorious once again, Kayla Harrison. She was just imploring the crowd, asking, is it too much to ask for a USA chant? Are you gonna get this crowd to do a USA chant?
Hey, couple of things about queens, right? You got a queen over here? Yeah? Listen, I'm here to tell you that I am the queen, not of PFL, not of the 155-pound division. I am the queen of women's MMA. And if those 3 Brazilians will take off their track shoes and meet me, then you'd find out.
A lot said there. Look, one Brazilian will be standing in front of you.
Pacheco, you want to go right now, Pacheco?
It won't happen right now, but it will happen later this year. Is there anything different about the matchup with Larissa Pacheco this time around?
No. Queen K, coming through like a goddamn train. Let's go, London!
All hail the queen, Kayla Harrison. Tail of tape for this showcase bout brought to you by Bose. Kayla Harrison is 33 years of age, making her 5 years older than Aspen Ladd. She's also 2 inches taller. Both women turned in a 66-inch measurement on the arm reach. The longer legs belong to Kayla Harrison in this one.
All right, the keys to victory here for Kayla Harrison. It's got to be about controlled aggression. Her takedowns are always going to be crucial to her success inside the smart cage and also her ground control. For Aspen Ladd, it's got to be about her footwork, her counter striking, and she needs to have some answers if she is on her back. And if she is, she can't stay there for too long.
And here's Andy Shepard.
The following fight is a special showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a grappling specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 150 pounds and holds a record of 11 wins and 4 losses. 8 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of El Dorado Hills, California, Aspen Ladd. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a judo specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 150.5 pounds and holds a professional MMA record of 15 victories and 1 defeat. 12 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and 2-time PFL Women's Lightweight Champion, Kayla Harrison! Your referee in charge, Joan Valev.
On my cue, ladies.
Kayla Harrison in the purple trunks, Aspen Ladd in the gray, Randy Couture, Sean O'Connell, Kenny Florian here beside the PFL Smart Cage. Dan Hardy, Brett Okamoto, also in the building. Our betting experts are Jonathan Coachman and Ian Parker. Harrison in a southpaw stance. Ladd in the orthodox. Overhand left here from Kayla.
Already Kayla looks much lighter on her feet. Nice ability to get in and out. So much better footwork already.
Getting comfortable with that left hand, looping and straight. Got to watch out for the hooks of Aspen Ladd.
Stay out of lead foot. Stay outside your lead side, Aspen. Lead side, get your lead foot. Stack that gap. Stack that gap, get your lead foot, outside.
Little slip on that high kick attempt here from Kayla. And now up and down.
Wow. Beautiful duck under. Beautiful finish with the flare.
Yeah, the little slip almost allowed her to get that level change.
Yeah, get right under that armpit, got in that duck position, great, and finished.
She's looking for that crucifix now. As Aspen starts to frame on that hip, she'll push down that near side arm, step over it, trap it, and wail away at the head with her right hand. There she goes.
Look at the ref cam. There is that, temporarily at least, the crucifix position. Now on the opposite side, four-side control. Went all the way around the North Pole there.
Aspen said that a lot of fighters that face Kayla Harrison kind of accept the takedowns and just stay down there, but a lot of that has to do with the control of Kayla Harrison. You know,
yeah.
Aspen is not moving at all. Why? Because of the control of Kayla Harrison right now.
This control position is very, very big in judo, the pin.
Yeah.
And I know that the judo rules change all the time, but this is why she's so good from this top position. It's so hard to get out from underneath.
Very difficult to move from this position.
There she tucks Aspen Ladd's right arm underneath her own leg, but Aspen Ladd grabs the underhook and then gets mounted. Now Kayla Harrison.
Nice job by Aspen.
With chain wrestling here from Aspen Ladd. Up.
Oh, look at this.
Under the hips.
Nice.
Oh, and a beautiful reversal with the toss. Kayla Harrison used the momentum on that driving double leg attempt.
Yeah, and it was a good attempt by Aspen Ladd, but just Kayla was able to get her hips underneath the hips of Aspen Ladd and counter that takedown beautifully.
Nice little whip over by Kayla to establish that top position.
Kayla sitting her hips out to the head of Aspen Ladd.
Aspen doing a good job of trying to find a way to get her legs back in this fight.
Yeah, and Harrison using her left arm, just trying to block the hips a little bit. Now posturing up for some nice ground and pound. But Aspen's staying busy now. When she's in her guard, she is trying to move Kayla. She is trying to threaten to get up.
Nice right hand snuck through there from Kayla Harrison. Throws the legs aside and just misses with the driving left hand from the top.
Tell you what, Kayla looks as fit as I've ever seen her at this weight. Holy cow.
Yeah, she looks so lean. Very
Harrison
muscular.
trying to take the back of Aspen Ladd. 90 seconds remain here in the first round.
Stay 2-on-1. Stay 2-on-1.
Good Aspen Ladd. Trying to tie Kayla up and frustrate her.
Yeah, and this is where Aspen can get to her feet here.
Pummeling right hands from Kayla Harrison. Grounded. Trying to kick and trip this lead leg away from Aspen Ladd as she builds a base on it.
Kayla doing a good job of staying busy. She's always either disrupting her base or staying busy with her ground and pound.
She's gonna take your foot away again.
Great coaching from Aspen Ladd's corner.
Turn, elbow in the
Giving
hole.
her some anticipation of the techniques that are
Turn it all
about to come from Kayla Harrison. Take a look through ref cam here. Smothering pressure.
Ladd trying to get some hand control, trying to get inside Kayla's lock.
And look, building back your base and getting 2 feet on the ground against Kayla Harrison when she's in that near crucifix position. This is a small victory for Aspen Ladd to even get back to this relative safety.
I'm not sure we've seen anybody else be able to do it, frankly.
Yeah, Aspen staying very calm, just ate a knee there though. Just needs to try to pummel that elbow in and turn and face Kayla.
Quickly! End of round one.
There's that straight left hand right down the middle, right on the button by Kayla Harrison, and the swing and a miss by Aspen Ladd. There's the slip from the high kick, the left high kick, right into the duck under, and a beautiful flaring finish from that duck under position. Here's Ladd getting her feet under her, nice reversal. Kayla scrambling to try and get some purchase. And here comes the whip over. She uses that whizzer and whips Ladd over to stay on top. Here's the knee from the outside.
Let's go, seconds out.
Ladd's hands tied up, flush on the face.
Look at me. When you're posturing on the face, watch where your fingers go. You're good. Right? Here we go. Fight!
Kayla Harrison in the purple, Aspen Ladd in the gray. Showcase bout here at 150 pounds. Ian Parker, our betting expert. Remind me how we played this fight.
Sean, we played Kayla Harrison to win this fight inside the distance, and you saw in that first round, she was dominant, had top position. I think we're going to see something similar. I think she gets it done between the end of this round and the beginning of the third round, but she's going to make a statement.
Thank you, Ian. We'll be checking in with the Duck all night long. Kayla, behind a big right hand, snatches that leg, dumps Aspen Ladd to her back.
Yeah, definitely seeing some improvements with the striking of Kayla, no question about that. She's hitting with more ferocity, more accuracy.
Kayla said in the fighter interviews that this was an opportunity for her to show some of those skills that she's been developing over the last year.
You're gonna have to start opening the guard and try to create a scramble, okay? Hey, you can go 100% if you think you can get it. It's gonna be the other side though. Yep, now go underneath her arm and then take your gable. Go underneath her left arm.
Yeah, her coach wants Aspen Ladd to try to scoop underneath the left arm of Kayla Harrison, try to work a reversal, puts a lot of pressure on the neck, and could be a submission there.
Dan Hardy, what's the key for Aspen Ladd to get herself off of the mat?
She's doing it now. She's opening her guard and she's letting Harrison go. Now, of course, she's got to defend her back in these situations, but she's up against the fence now. It's going to be very difficult for her to get back to her feet without giving her back, but that has to be the key. Create scrambles. The more time she gets back to her feet, the more it's going to challenge Kayla Harrison.
Nice job pushing Kayla Harrison off. Aspen Ladd creates a scramble, gets to her feet.
Yeah, did a great job from that butterfly guard to elevate the hips of Kayla Harrison.
Double underhooks for Kayla Harrison. Ladd's got a nice whizzer on the far side.
There's Impa Kasunganai. One half of our 205-pound world title bout. We'll see him after the conclusion of this fight. The Kimura grip to try and get the reversal. Aspen Ladd back to her feet.
Oh, nice headlock.
Beautiful.
Stepped across, took the hips right out from under Aspen Ladd.
That's got to be a little demoralizing to do that good work and get all the way to your feet and then get dumped right back to your back.
Yeah, Kayla Harrison, beautiful Osotogari. Gets right into side control as well to make matters worse.
Left hand goes to work for Kayla.
Harrison, control the targets.
You got 90, Aspen, you got 90. Let's start scrambling. Get your elbows to the hole.
That's the arm bar.
Elbows tight.
Like Kayla might be isolating that near side arm for a second, but Aspen felt it coming.
Dig it, dig it, dig it. Elbows to the mat, keep turning. Come to your knees.
Mount position. Nice job by Aspen Ladd to react right away and not give up full mount.
Got 1 minute, Aspen. Hey, you gotta get that head up here.
Final minute of this second round. Kayla Harrison once again pounding away with the left hand.
You're gonna have to lift on those butterflies. Go.
Aspen trying to elevate again, trying to scramble to her feet. Got close there. She's going to do it.
Right elbow into the hole.
Back to her feet potentially for the second time in this round. See if she can gain any separation. Unleash a power punch or two. Her forte. Kayla Harrison having none of it, smothering this pressure.
But you can certainly tell Aspen Ladd did her homework. She prepared for this position. She's been the most active we've seen of anybody that's faced Kayla Harrison to date, with the exception of maybe Larissa.
No question about it.
Pacheco.
Here's the shoulder choke.
Arm triangle. Ladd's got the phone position. She's talking on that phone, trying to prevent that carotid from being squeezed by her own shoulder.
Final few seconds, and Harrison will not be able to get her leg out of the guard.
All right, here's that nice overhand right by Kayla Harrison, right into that takedown. Beautiful high single there, trips out the leg of Aspen Ladd. There's some nice short shots up against the cage. Aspen has done a good job, though, from her back of creating space and scrambling to her feet, but Kayla just staying busy. Here's that beautiful Osotogari, just right into side control. It's about as good as it gets when it comes to judo and mixed martial arts right there. Nasty throw.
Let's go, seconds out. Seconds out, please, let's go.
fighters, fight!
Third and final round. Kayla Harrison in the purple trunks. Aspen Ladd is in the gray. Strong rounds in 1 and 2 from Kayla Harrison. Aspen Ladd does have knockout power. Little switching of the stances in the right hand there from Harrison. Kayla's definitely getting a lot more comfortable with her striking, starting to mix things in. Ate a right hand there.
Nice little low kick by Kayla.
Be first with your hand. Go, keep pressing her back. Pressing her back.
Spinning attempt misses there for Aspen Ladd. Kayla Harrison just backs out of it. There's the overhand left. Ladd's got to be careful about letting herself get backed up against the cage against Kayla Harrison.
Kayla's just way more loose on her feet than we've seen before. Before she was a little tight. She's able to move in and out. Her footwork is better. She's landing her shots. She's setting things up.
Switching leads, making combinations.
She's not forcing the takedown either. It's just much, much better improvement on her feet. No doubt about it.
Hey, you're hesitating too much. Be first, beat her outside foot, throw the 2 down the middle.
Pumping out the jab and then the left hand behind it. Kayla Harrison stringing together some nice combinations here in the third round.
Ooh. Bring it inside, come on.
Nice hand again there.
Beautiful straight left by Kayla.
And the check right hook as she moves to her right.
And you'll notice after she lands the shot, not only is she getting out of range for a return or a counter shot from Aspen Ladd, but her hands are up. She's not watching her work. I think that's where she was getting caught in that last fight against Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco chasing history later tonight. She'll try to become the first fighter on PFL history to win belts in 2 different weight classes. Last year was 155 against Kayla.
Nice double leg.
Aspen Ladd not capitulating. Like she said, she just is always going to keep moving.
Yeah, Aspen has done a great job there. Look at this, trying to take the back. Kayla, though, she's on with her escape so far.
Not waiting around to solidify the position. Kayla immediately reacts. And Aspen's in pretty good shape here. She's got a leg caught. Now she's getting the other hook. Kayla's going to end up on top.
Tried to go for the armbar. Oh, nasty ground and pound. Immediately gets to work. Bringing the right hand down. And this is where
arm triangle again.
Kayla's starting to turn up the heat now. She didn't like the fact that Aspen took her back. She's trying to set up this arm triangle.
Elbow to the back. Now dig your underhook and start breaking scramble. Come on. You only got a minute. You only got 2 minutes. Ask break any scramble. Anything. You can get single butterfly on the right, dig your left underhook, elbow up. But don't open your elbow. Dig. Come on. Break the scramble out.
Kayla really trying to drive that shoulder across the jaw of Aspen Ladd, trying to pin those shoulders to the mat. Another opportunity for an arm triangle, maybe a back take here. Aspen doing a great job with her frames, especially her lower leg frames, to create that space and scramble back to her feet repeatedly.
She has really spent a lot of time in this position in training camp to prepare.
She did her homework.
For sure. Oh, nice knee. But that one hurt Aspen.
Yep.
Look at the volume that Kayla Harrison has been able to produce here, both on her feet and on the ground.
Oh, another one.
That was a heavy one.
Everywhere, the striking for Kayla Harrison has improved very drastically.
Man, Aspen is tough. This might be the end, though. These are heavy, heavy shots she's been eating late in round 3.
3 big knees there. Now some ground and pound. Back to quarter and got hand control, though, with Aspen Ladd. Fighting her way back to her feet. There's certainly no quitting her.
Kayla tries another knee. Aspen's got to be careful about hanging that head forward.
Oh,
there it is.
Big one right there. Nice foot sweep. Again, the demoralization feet and then have them swept out from under you like that.
Final 5 seconds of this fight. Another knee from Kayla Harrison. Final bell. Kayla Harrison, barring any surprises, 16th pro victory coming. But Kayla was still able to put her in those situations because,
Absolutely.
quite frankly, she's Kayla Harrison.
Exactly.
8 takedowns, 162 total strikes landed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner via unanimous decision, Kayla Harrison!
No surprises from the judges. Kayla Harrison back to her winning ways. Display of sportsmanship there, as we have come to expect from Kayla. The loss, the monkey shaking off her back for now.
Absolutely.
Kayla Harrison with Dan Hardy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner for the Celsius post-fight interview, Kayla Harrison. How are you feeling? I mean, you've been out for a long time. You're not used to having this long between competition. How did it feel to get back in here?
What, Sean didn't want to interview me? He was afraid I'd make fun of his outfit? Where you at, Sean? Now, listen, first of all, thank you all for being here. It's been a year. I want to say God is good, and he's not just good because I won tonight. He's good because we're all here. We're breathing air. We're on this earth. Thank God we are alive.
Any surprises in here tonight from Aspen Ladd? She was able to create some scrambles and kind of cause you some problems that we've not really seen you deal with before. Any surprises?
Yeah, she was Gumby in there. You know, she was definitely durable, and I think ring rust is a real thing. I was like nervous as hell, so, but I'm just so grateful to be here. You know, I started fighting because I wanted to provide a better life for me, for my family, and to be the best in the world. And thank God for PFL. Thank you, PFL. I'm able to provide for my family. They're never gonna want again. I'm blessed for that. But now it's time for me to provide for me. I'm excited. PFL just acquired Bellator. I heard there's a girl in Bellator who thinks she's a bad bitch. Well, why don't we find out?
That'll be a really exciting matchup. I mean, what is there left to achieve in your career? You're a champion, you're an Olympic gold medalist. Is that the goal now? You need those big marquee fights to kind of solidify your legacy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that my legacy is there. It's not just about who I fight, it's what I fight for, you know? I have the Fearless Foundation, which is for survivors of sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. If you go to fearlessfoundation.org, you can find out more and donate, help change people's lives. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused. So it's not just me in this room that's been affected by this, which means you can make a difference. Please go check out the website. Please talk to someone. If you're going through that, say something. I promise there is help and there is hope. But I don't fight for whoever. I don't want to fight anybody in particular. I fight because I love it. It brings me joy. This is my happy place. And thank you all for letting me share that with you tonight. Thank you.
It's been amazing to see you back in the smart cage. Ladies and gentlemen, Kayla Harrison.
To make her debut.